talkSPORT Sports Update with Trust a Trader. When it matters, get the job done marvellously well by a verified Trust a Trader professional.
Talk Sport.
Good afternoon. 1 minute past 4. Here are your sports headlines. I'm Will Hobbs, and surely it's a bit too late for this. Alexander Isak, he's released his Instagram statement to Newcastle in which he says thank you to teammates, the staff, and above all, the city of Newcastle and all the amazing supporters for the 3 unforgettable years together. He says we've written history and brought the club to the place where it truly belongs. It's been an honour to be part of the journey from reaching the Champions League to winning the first trophy in over 70 years. That's all well and good, but when Jim White texted Isak's agent this morning, this is what he said about his player's now former club.
Vlado Lemic, Alexander Isak's agent, just asking him for a comment this morning, does he want to join us? He's come back with a very short quote. It's nice when you have someone to be with, but it's even nicer when you know who you'll never be with again.
There you go. Michael Owen, meanwhile, says the fact that Wissa and Isak got their moves and the ultimate professional Mark Gahey did not spells danger for the future of players' conduct in the transfer window. Simon Jordan, meanwhile, says he hopes Isak is held to the very highest standards from the off.
You know, he's coming in with a lot of expectation, a huge price tag, and people will say, oh, it's not his fault, the price tag. OK, well, that gives him a get out of jail. Let's make sure he performs. Let's make sure he's held to the highest standard possible because he's executed and created and curated the situation. No excuses. This is a £125 million footballer, straight in the side, straight into scoring goals, or be judged by that.
Elsewhere, Jarell Kwanzaa and Ruben Loftus-Cheek have both been called up to the England squad by Thomas Tuchel. And let's trudge over to Headingley, where England have been blown away by South Africa's bowlers in the first ODI, and now they're getting bulldozed with the bat. John Norman is watching through his fingers for talkSPORT.
131 all out, and dare I say it, it's got even worse for England. Sonny Baker on debut, his 3.4 overs have gone for 48. Aidan Markram 42, Ryan Rickleton 9 not out. The target 132, and South Africa are past 50 inside 5 overs. 54 without loss.
Talk Sport News.
A former inmate's been sentenced to at least 45 years behind bars for the murder of a prison officer in Lancashire. And Father Ted writer Graham Linehan has revealed he was arrested at Heathrow Airport yesterday over social media posts. Emma's back at past.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Guess who I brought with me to the studio today? Yes, it's Darren, by the way. It's Darren Bent.
Here, by the way.
I just said that.
Oh, mate, you right?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, we'll have to get the headphones in a minute.
You're going to have to get them. You're right. By Jingo, we've got a show for you today. We'll be taking a look at Grimsby's ineligible play against Man United. If the roles were reversed, would we be calling for a rematch or even Grimsby to be kicked out the competition? Hollywood superstar, this is a sentence you don't say often, Hollywood superstar Orlando Bloom will be joining us on the show for a chat, and of course we'll be grading your side's summer transfer window. In fact, you will be. If you want to have your say, 03717 223344. All of that, plus we are discussing the roles of the wall during free kicks. Are they a help or a hindrance? And yes, the voice of boxing, Adam Smith, will be joining us in the studio. All that and loads more coming up on the next 3 hours of Drive Time on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, and you, if you pick up the phone, 03717 223344.
We'll have a bit of that.
Darren Bent, how are you? Lovely to see you.
How are you, right?
I'm okay. I'm getting there. I had phase 1 of root canal today. You ever had root canal? You're young. You got healthy teeth. There's nothing you can do about it. Apparently, as you get older, my teeth are over 40 years old now, as you well know. And as things
over 40 or longer.
No, they're over 40.
Over 50.
Well, that's irrelevant. They're over 40. That's all you need to know. And as you get older, things wear away. Anyway, I had like a hairline fracture in one, and the nerve had gone. So I was in horrific pain for the last 4 or 5 days, as you well know.
Yeah.
Because I haven't stopped moaning about it.
No.
And so they did phase 1 of root canal. By the way, if people are out there going, "Oh, root canal," it doesn't hurt because you're numb.
Where do they inject it?
into your gum.
That just sounds disgusting.
Well, I was just saying to George actually before the show started, who produced H&J, that I'd known my dentist for over 40 years, right? Top lad. And
No reason.
And I said when I went in, I said, I'm a bit of a coward. Have you got that? And he went, the chicken cream. And I went, no, the numbing cream. He went, yeah, chicken cream. And I went, why do you call it chicken? He goes, because people have it. They're all chicken.
So what, they rub cream on?
Yeah. And then
injection?
No, they rub cream on for about, and then 3 or 4 minutes they leave it. And then when they inject, it's numb. So you don't feel the injection. Yeah, I know. It's great.
Give me some of that chicken cream.
Well, you told me when I remember.
Be careful.
I was going for a tattoo months and months ago, and it was the day before, and you just matter of factly said, "You got your numbing cream?" And I went, "What?"
Yeah.
And you got numbing cream? What do you mean numbing cream? You went numbing cream. I knew nothing about that. So that day I went on Amazon, got numbing cream. Next day, and it was across like my collarbone or whatever.
Nothing.
And afterwards, the woman was like, "Did it not hurt?" And I went, "Nah, you get used to it after a while."
Honestly,
and it numbed it all. It was amazing.
You know when you get people that say they enjoy that pain, no one enjoys that pain.
No one enjoys the pain.
No, of course they don't. But numbing cream was a lifesaver for me. But I've got a 2-hour window. Once I get to 2 hours, numbing cream. Once I start to feel a little bit, I'm like, mate, that's a wrap.
All right.
Next time I'm done now.
So
Yeah.
I don't know how people can have like 14 hours done on their back.
I know some people that just
like the tattoo is
there.
camping there.
People, I know some people, by the way, that go, yeah, how long was it sitting? It was about 8 hours. Yeah, I was asleep for 6. How are you sleeping when that's going on?
Yeah, something's not right there.
No.
You're not sleeping.
No. You know what I mean? Nah.
It's funny you said about sleeping. I can only sleep in my bed. I can't sleep on a plane.
Hotels?
What?
Hotels?
Yeah, okay, in a bed.
Okay.
Right. No, but I mean in my bed at that time, right? I always remember like my dad or my granddad used to go into the lounge and they'd be there in the armchair, fast asleep.
Yeah.
How can you sleep sitting up? I just don't know. And I thought it would be an old thing that when I get to a certain age, I've never ever fallen asleep in an armchair in my life ever.
Yeah, my grandfathers were, and some of my uncles as well would sit in the seat, either the end seat of the couch or their own personal like lazy boy seat.
Yeah,
and just upright catching flies.
Can do that.
I can't do that,
and nothing wakes them up.
No, I can't sleep during the day though.
No, I can't sleep during the day.
I know I'm gonna have a nap today. I can't do it.
Yeah, I can have a nap. Oh, also, on the occasions that I have done that, a couple of times when I was doing sports bar, towards the end of my time, it was starting to kill me, and I needed to sleep in the afternoon. You wake up, you feel groggy, you feel like you've got jet lag.
Yeah,
it's horrible sleeping in the afternoon.
Also, as well, just to obviously quickly move on.
Oh yeah,
I've got the KAs in.
Just explain why you've got.
So me and you were talking
KA?
last week. KA is a drink, very prominent. We love the KA drink, and you had never heard of it. So I bought in 3 flavors. I'll tell you the flavors now: black grape, which is some people have said goated, pineapple, fruit punch. Fruit punch for me is the best.
And I'm gonna what?
You're going to taste all of them
and then tell you what the best one is.
Yes. Which one you? So would you like to taste one after the other straight away, or do you want one per break?
It's up to you.
No, you do it. It's up to you. You're not tasting
all
it.
together.
All in the same cup.
No,
not
in this.
Oh, it's like one bang. Okay.
Oh, in the same cup.
I think that, yeah.
How would that work?
I don't know. But okay, I've got it for you.
It's all of them.
I've got the mugs here.
All right, we'll try that. We'll try that.
Man.
A busy show, all of that and more is coming up a bit later on, but we're going to start with Manchester United. Could they return to the Carabao Cup?
What do Grimsby Town fans think of this? The club's been fined, Simon, £20,000, of which £10,000 will be suspended until the end of the season. They breached the rules of the Carabao Cup.
Another in-swinging delivery. Oh, Nana has got nowhere near it. We're only half an hour in. It's Grimsby 2, Manchester United 0. Can you handle the pressure when you then get the opportunity to start and he hasn't been able to?
The goalkeeper is more than that. He's everybody.
And I think it's Jadon Anthony with the final touch, just to poke the ball into the back of the net. Question marks over the keeper yet again.
Mate, the keeper there, I mean, he's got to, if you're having a go at Anana in midweek, you've got to have a go at Bandier this week.
Yes, Grimsby's famous night last week against Man United has been thrown into a bit of doubt as the club have been fined £20,000 for fielding an illegible player. Now, new signing Clark Adore was registered 59 seconds after the 12 p.m. deadline. Therefore, the club has been fined £20,000 as a result by the EFL. So, I'm not going to be silly about it and say kick him out.
Yeah, you are.
Right? But what I will say, rules are there for a reason. All right. Now, if he was registered 59 seconds or 59 minutes, for me, it's totally irrelevant. It was past the deadline, okay? Mm-hmm. A little bit like Crystal Palace, right? The reason they got thrown out of the Europa League was because of Texter had...
But I mean, there's a bit of a difference between 59 seconds and months.
Well, no, there isn't. There isn't.
Okay,
Because
you're right,
you've missed the deadline. So here, if you were doing your A-levels and they said you got to hand all your work in by midday and you handed it in 5 minutes late, you would get in trouble for that. They might not take it. There's a deadline there for a reason, right? Now,
my only thing.
No, hold on. Let me finish. Right? Right?
You're a disgrace.
Here's my point about this. Clark Adore, right? I think I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He played, I think, 19 minutes. He came on in 71, right? Played 19 minutes there or thereabouts. He shouldn't have been on that pitch. He shouldn't have been on the pitch.
Yeah, fact.
Right? Irrelevant, 59 seconds, 59 minutes, whatever. He should not have been on that pitch because they didn't register him in time. If there was a moment in those 19 minutes that he was on the pitch where he intercepted a pass or kicked the ball out of play or did something that stopped Man United getting the ball closer to the Grimsby goal, you have to ask yourself, if he wasn't there, could Man United have maybe scored a goal that day or that night? And if the answer's maybe, you have to question whether or not Grimsby Town should be allowed in the competition.
Do you know what? Right?
You have to. I know it's nuts.
No, but I understand what you're saying, and I agree. Rules are there, but it just feels from a purist, it just feels awful that the fact that they might lose their spot because it's one of the greatest nights ever in their history. Right?
Yeah.
We had Charles on, who was integral to them getting through that tie, and I get it. Rules are to be broken. I mean, how are you supposed to register a player? Is it online? Because I don't
know. That's not our problem.
Look, Wi-Fi might have been down. Might have been a delay. It was a bit slow. So maybe that's why.
Go on 4G. Go on 5G.
Maybe it wasn't working.
Oh, then you can't play him. No, but then you can't play him.
The rules are there. I fully understand rules are there. But it just
Should he have been on the pitch?
No, because he wasn't registered. But
what happens if he intercepted the ball?
It is if buts and maybes.
No, it's not a but or maybe. It's a fact.
No, it's not a fact. Because
I bet he touched the ball. Did he touch the ball in 90 minutes? So he changed the flow of the game.
I get that, but still, it just feels like everything that we love about football, if we are going to punish Grimsby for 59 seconds, come on. Like, okay, but I know rules are there.
It's like
you're going to exaggerate a point now, aren't you?
No, I'm not going to exaggerate a point. It's when a player is offside by his toe or his sleeve. You're offside. You're either pregnant or you're not pregnant. And in this case, Grimsby are pregnant.
That's obvious.
No, but I'm saying it's a fact, right? You either are or you're not.
No, I get it, but I just feel like I understand rules are there for a reason, and you've got to abide by those rules. But to me, it just feels completely wrong.
Can I ask you a question?
No, but it just feels wrong.
Can I ask you a question?
Grimsby played really well. Did they deserve that to win?
100%.
So one, come on. And he missed his pen.
I know he did, but he might have given Onana false hope. Right, but here's my question to you, right? Same scenario, FA Cup final. Arsenal playing Liverpool. Liverpool's goal scorer, who scores the winning goal in the last minute, registered a minute late. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'd be gutted. Yeah, I'd be gutted.
Last day of the season, a player scores a goal, stops Arsenal winning the Premier League.
Yeah,
should he have been playing?
No, this is my point. This is why I think.
What's the answer?
No, you're right. You're 100% spot on in what you're saying, in that the rules are there to be broken, right? But the difference is, there's a bit of a difference between Arsenal and Grimsby, because if it happened to Arsenal, I'd be livid, right? No, I haven't finished yet. I'd be livid, right? But in my head, I'm thinking, Arsenal are a big enough club to get there again, and it doesn't help me deal with it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to see Arsenal there again. For Grimsby, this is like one of the greatest nights of their life.
Quite often, you and me, right, accuse other clubs of being big club bias, right? Where we're all suggesting it should be a level playing field.
Yeah.
Well, make your mind up. If it's a level playing field, don't matter who it is. It just happens to be Grimsby.
Yeah, but level playing field now doesn't exist in football.
Well, that's what we're trying to achieve to, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to strive towards a level playing field.
Yeah, but it's not because
it's not Grimsby. It's not Man United. It's a rule. If you break the rule,
I get it.
You get thrown out the competition.
In terms of level playing field, we know that's not a thing now, because in some cup rounds people have VAR and others they don't, which I can't get made around. That's a completely different story, but that's not even playing field. Do you know what I mean? So that's never really been a thing. Certainly when they brought in VAR in the Premier League and not EFL, the fact they can have the same people playing in the same competition and one can have VAR and one can't baffles me. That can't happen, right? But in this situation, I am 100% agreeing with you in terms of the law and rules are there for a reason. But it just feels wrong.
Awful. Feels awful.
It doesn't for you. You're the grin over there, skinny teeth and that.
I don't want United to go back in. We'll lose to Sheffield Wednesday. Right. But the facts are they fielded a player that shouldn't have been on the field.
Okay, so
and he would have made some
an impact.
Without a doubt.
We missed the pen. So he shut her up.
No, I'm talking about in the 90 minutes.
All right, let me ask you a question. Serious question then.
Yeah.
Do you want Grimsby kicked out?
Get rid of them.
Yes or no?
Club's better with Man United. The competition's better with Man United. Get rid of the little club.
So get rid of Grimsby.
They shouldn't have broken the rules. No, it's not my fault. Grimsby fan goes, goals. It's nothing to do with me. I didn't break the rules.
So what you're saying is, you want Grimsby gone?
No, I want any club that breaks the rules gone. Who is the club?
It's Grimsby.
Okay, then it just happens to be Grimsby.
So you want them gone?
I want any club breaks rules. Rule breakers.
No,
Got no time for rule breakers.
I'm asking about Grimsby.
Get rid of Grimsby. Get them out. keep your fish and chips and get them out of the competition. 03717 223344. You can come and have yours. Say right or wrong, should they be in the comp? Sorry.
Go on,
you're listening to Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Still to come. Yes, the voice of boxing, Adam Smith, will be. Is he in the studio, Smudge? Have we got? Is he? Oh, that's good. In the studio, we love that. Just quickly, Chelsea have re-signed youngster Ishii Samuel Smith. 33 days after selling him to Strasbourg. They're unbelievable, Chelsea, the amount of money they're making.
Fair play to them,
talking of ex-Chelsea, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been recalled to the England squad. World Cup qualifiers against Andorra.
Apparently he's been playing really well for Milan.
Good luck to him, yeah. Right, before we move on with the calls, and we're discussing should Grimsby be kicked out of the competition.
It's KA time.
For cheating. It's KA time. So last week on the show, we were talking about the greatest fizzy drink ever, and you mentioned K8.
Yeah.
K8.
ABC.
And I was like, what are you talking about?
Mhm.
And then there were 3 flavours.
Yeah.
And you brought all 3 in. I've never had this. Is the first time I've ever had it.
Yeah.
So
the first one I've got here.
Okay.
My little favourite.
So
I've poured a little bit into a mug for you.
Okay. I
Right,
must
here
say,
we go.
when Benny opened it, it was very exciting. So, that smells like Vimto. Hold on. I don't know if it's good for my teeth.
Do you like it?
It's very sugary.
That one.
Oh, gee. I think, is there blackcurrant in one of these?
Hey, turn around quickly. Turn around.
You know I'm tasting it.
No, oh my goodness.
Woo! Okay. I'm guessing there's so much sugar in this. This is the second one.
Second one. Here we go.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, that one there. Hey.
Oh my God! They're full. If my kids had these, they'd be running off the.
Hey, nice.
That's all right. Go on, pull the last one.
So that one. That one.
Oh.
I haven't tell the flavours yet.
Very. I'm going at the moment. That is nice. Actually.
Toy.
Betty's been very excited about this. Okay, this is the last one. That's it. That's enough.
There you go.
Okay, I didn't even know this existed. They've been out since you were a kid.
Yeah. No. Here we go. Yes.
That's my favourite one.
Right. So the last one you said.
Oh, hold on. No.
No.
Oh, it's got like licorice in it or something. Oh.
Well, that one is my favourite.
Yeah.
That's fruit punch.
Yeah, I've
is
got the fruit
incredible.
punch.
K fruit punch.
Second one was my second favourite.
Which was black grape, which a lot of people say is the goat.
Okay.
Black grape.
Yeah.
And the first one you tried was pineapple.
Yeah, I tasted the pineapple.
It was pineapple. Sparkling
nice,
pineapple.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sugar in them.
Incredible though. Okay, so how do you feel? Do you want to keep any of these?
No, it's too much sugar. But what I am pleased about is my jawline is not killing me. Because had we done this yesterday, I'd be on the floor screaming.
Enough. I'm about to blast one of them drinks. Say that. I think fruit punch.
While you were doing that, I'll go to the phone lines. If Joe, the producer, puts some calls forward for me. Thanks, Joe. 03717223344 is the number. That's Dan, the Fulham fan, has dialed. Hi, Daniel.
Hello, boys. How you doing? All right?
Oh, good. Have you ever had K8 before?
No, never tried it. But would you recommend it?
Very sugary. You got kids?
Fruit puncho.
You got kids?
No, but I've got a lot of weight on me, so I'll probably give
don't
it
go
a miss.
near it. Don't go near it. No good for you. No good.
No.
Go on, it's
Fair enough. Thanks
you're
for
a
that.
Fulham fan. What hat are you throwing in the ring here?
I'm listen, big fan of yours, Goldstein, but I'm a little bit disappointed here, mate. We've got biggest ever transfer window. So much things we could talk about. The game's being Americanised in front of our eyes, ready for the World Cup. We've got, like I say, all the transfer we've got to talk about. There's so much more we could be talking about.
Oh, we're going to talk about that later on. We'll talk about all of that.
£20,000 could really cost them, like the fine that they've already been given.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
If
I'm
they
not
get
talking about
as well.
I'm not talking about Grimsby. I'm talking about a club that breaks the rules. It just so happens to be Grimsby. I'm just talking about clubs that break the rules.
Yeah, but I just feel as though for the sake of 54 seconds, that 20 it is Grimsby. So we're talking about that could really affect. They might have had work done on the stadium after that victory, thinking, right, lovely, we've got the money in the bag. Now all of a sudden that's been taken away from them, and if they get kicked out of the tournament as well, I think it's a little bit for the talkSPORT to be bringing this to everybody's attention. I just feel like it's a little bit clutching at straws.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but the flip side of that coin is the Man United manager could have been sacked on the back of that result.
I think he deserves to, doesn't he?
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, Man United got beat against a team, and there was a player on the pitch shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, but it's Man United. They should have gone and won that game 8-0.
So, are you saying that a small club should be shown maybe a little bit of leeway over a big club? You're saying the rules are wrong.
The game is being completely taken away from the fans, and I think this is one of them things where they've got to say, look, £20,000 for Grimsby is a massive fine. That'll do. This should learn your mistakes. But that's just my opinion. I'm sick of football at the moment, and I feel as though the game is being taken away from all of us. I know that's a completely different side of it, but I just feel as though this is a little bit. If they get kicked out for this, I think there are so many people would just walk away from football.
Danny, you still seething from the weekend, Fulham?
Oh, Venti, please, mate. Please. Do you know what?
I can hear it in his voice.
I'm a cab driver, and a guy got in the van yesterday. I've watched hundreds and hundreds of pundits, professional footballers, professional refs say that it was the worst decision they've seen. A guy gets in the back of my cab yesterday, says it was the right decision. I kicked him out. I didn't let him do his fare. I got rid of him.
Hope you charged him double. Let's quickly go to David's a Liverpool fan. Hi, David.
Good afternoon, sir. And, I feel physically ill because this is now twice in a fortnight. I 100% agree with you.
What, with me?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I mean, that's good, right? That's good, David.
Oh, well, yeah, I agreed with your rant about hammering. You finally came around.
Yep.
And I agreed with everything you said. And what you're saying about today, like the other guys just said there, oh, it's about football and the little clubs. It don't matter. Do you want to talk about the little clubs, Andy? Good afternoon, Mr. Bent, by the way. I don't want to make you feel left out. The thing is, right, you take it down to semi-professional level, take it down to Sunday League where the Dog and Duck are playing the Otter and whatever. You play an unregistered player, what they call a ringer.
Yeah.
You get caught doing that.
Yeah.
There's no fine. What happens is, right down the grassroots level, this guy's saying, oh, they're taking football away. What happens there is, the team that's played the unregistered player, they're out. The team that lost goes through. Doesn't matter if it's Real Madrid, Man United, the Dog and Duck, or whatever.
Yeah.
That is the rules. If you play a ringer, you take your chances.
I agree. Do you think Grimsby should be thrown out of the competition then?
Without a doubt.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. But
I'm arguing about the fact.
Hold on, he makes a great point about lower league football.
Everyone does ringers, man. Sunday League. That's part and parcel of Sunday League football. Ringers.
Is it like playing Monopoly? You have to cheat.
You have to cheat. I know, but the amount of people I know that play Sunday League football, ringers, man.
See, Joe, our producer, just said as a ringer, he scored a hat trick once.
It doesn't surprise me.
Did you ever get found out? What? Oh, the goals didn't go under his name. You're a disgrace, Joe.
But I know ringers.
By the way, that person's producing our shows on a daily basis.
I know guys that brought in ex-footballers.
No, it doesn't mean it's right.
Mate,
I know people that speed 80
Sunday League
miles an
football
hour.
is getting a ringer. If you haven't got a ringer, you're breaking the rules by not cheating.
But is it right or wrong?
Listen, I agree with you. It's the wrong decision, but it feels disgusting to kick them out because they've earned the right to go through.
Does it feel disgusting to do it?
No, because they probably didn't realise they did it. They tried to register it, didn't work.
Oh, so have you...
Fax machine broke.
So I tried to go under 70 miles an hour, officer, but I couldn't get my foot off the accelerator.
No, that's different.
No, it's not. You're breaking the rules.
Honestly, you guys.
It's exactly the same, DB. You know what your problem is? You're showing...
I'm man of the people.
No, you're showing a bias towards a smaller club.
Yep.
And you've been trying to stamp out the big club, little club bias for years.
So what?
Well, if a decision goes the way of a big club, like big clubs have had more penalties at home and all that, there's outrage, sorry. There's uproar. Right, people moaning, oh, Man United have had so many more penalties at home than a smaller club have had. Well, make your mind up. There either is a bias or there isn't a bias in football. At the moment, you're suggesting there should be one for smaller clubs.
No, I'm not saying there should be, but my point is I just feel disgusting for them being in this position. Because they earned the right by beating you a lot.
If Grimsby go on to win the competition,
fair play to them.
Asterix by their name.
Okay, still got the trophy though.
Asterisk, and they shouldn't be in. Shouldn't even have the trophy.
Put as many asterisks as they want next year.
No. Big Asterix cheated.
No, ringer. Asterix ringer.
Fielded a ringer. Still to come. Yes, we'll have all the very latest boxing news with Adam Smith, the voice in the studio. First, it's time for No Googling Part. We've been talking about Man United. The last time they reached the League Cup final was in 2023 when they smashed to pieces Newcastle. Who scored the goals for Man United that day?
I know one of them, and it wasn't even his goal. I thought it was an OG.
All right. Good attitude on it. No asterisk there, though. It is him, yeah. The answer to that and boxing chat. And if you're a Grimsby fan, you can phone up as well if you're on 03717 22 you cheats.
So Liverpool have got exactly what they wanted in the end. Alexander Isak joined on deadline day from Newcastle for a British record £125 million. And talkSPORT's Danny Murphy has called him the complete centre-forward.
If you were to choose a centre-forward looking around Europe, he'd be at the top of most people's list. So I think Liverpool fans will be ecstatic, excited. The only disappointment is the saga around it.
But the Reds didn't quite hit their mark elsewhere. Gahey's move from Palace fell through. We understand Oliver Glasner threatened to walk out if the defender was sold. Our transfer correspondent Ben Jacobs told us Brighton's Igor choosing West Ham was the deciding factor.
And as a result, they came back to that original agreement at the beginning of the day. If two come in, Gahey can leave. Glasner didn't like it, but he accepted it. So only one came in, and then they had to have meetings again. And I think that Steve Parish probably changed his opinion and backed his manager.
So how big of a miss could that be for the title defenders? Well, ex-Liverpool forward and fan of the club Ricky Lambert told talkSPORT Liverpool do need Gahey.
Our best run ever. Joe Gomez was at the centre of our defence for all that beginning of that season. So there's a player there as well. Yeah. But the cover-wise, we probably did need another centre-back.
Elsewhere, Edison is off to Fenerbahce for $12 million, while Man City have signed Donnarumma. And Johan Wissa says he's happy to sign for one of the biggest clubs in the Premier League. More on all that at talksport.com.
Crawford, talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here. I'll say hello to a superstar in just a moment. But before I do, the answer to the first no Googling. When United played Newcastle in the 2023 League Cup final, who were the United goal scorers?
The one was Rashford.
Yeah, Casemiro was the other.
Was he, yeah?
Here's a little fact for you. Only 6 players from that day of the 20 are still at United.
Wow.
A little stat for you.
Yes, for that.
Still to come, we'll be joined by Hollywood superstar Orlando Bloom, is on the show. How about that? Very exciting stuff. He's got a new film out. We'll talk about that in that interview. But it's time now to turn our attention to another superstar. And let's welcome the voice of boxing to the show, Adam Smith.
There's a real feeling that this is the best versus the best.
White's lost control. White has lost control completely.
How many more do you want?
This is The Voice.
Yes. How are you, Smudger?
I'm very good. How are you, Andy? Good?
Yes. Very well, thanks. Thanks for coming in. Before we talk boxing,
yeah.
How was your weekend? What did you get up to?
Oh, it was my birthday on Saturday. Thanks for the cards and presents. I appreciate that.
Happy 30th.
And and my birthday present was a treat to Anfield on Sunday, taking my eldest to. We are massive Reds, Liverpool fans, and we had a fantastic day. and yesterday as well with Isak, but Szoboszlai's strike. I mean, Darren, it was a moment of magic, wasn't it?
Yeah, and reluctantly and unfortunately it was, but it's a great goal. I mean, what a free kick.
I thought you were going to go, no.
No, it's a great goal.
I turned to my son and I said, what do you reckon? It's Gerrard territory. He said, Szoboszlai. He said, it'll hit the wall or hit the cop. I said, what about top corner?
Bang.
Boom.
Great free
We'll
kick.
be talking a bit later on about whether or not it's easier for a goalkeeper to stop those kind of free kicks going in without a wall. Would he have hit that ball like he did without the wall?
That's a really good question.
Thank you.
But you do need a wall.
I don't know if you do. Smudge, I don't know if you do. But
what with the balls where they are now?
Yeah. Because I think the goalkeeper then puts himself in the middle of the goal. And if you're in the middle of the goal, he's probably getting to that, right? But
Don't think he is.
We'll talk about that later on, all right? On your way home, 037172222.
Thank you. I will.
Right, let's start with the fight that's live on the talkSPORT Ireland YouTube channel on Friday between Mick Conlan and Jack Bateson in Dublin. We've got Andy Clark and former two-weight world champion Steve Collins on comms duty. Tell me more about this fight, would you?
Legend Steve Collins, the Celtic Warrior, one of my favourite fighters. Great guy as well. Good to have on comms. The fight is an important one for Mick Conlan. If he wants another big shot, there's talk of the Josh Warrington match-up, but he needs to get past Jack Bateson. I know Jack well. Jack was one of our scholars at Sky Sports. We worked a great deal with him as he was coming through into the professional ranks. Very neat and tidy boxer from Leeds. Only the one defeat, I think. He had a draw last time out with a cut eye against Danny Quartermain. Big opportunity for Jack on a big stage. But, Conlan with the experience, had a couple of defeats in his last three, needs the win here to have sort of one more shot at the big time. He's such a great guy, Mick, and the Conlans have done so much for boxing. So it'll be a very passionate, lively night, I think, in Dublin on Friday. And we've also got Kieran Malloy on the bill. I really like Kieran, Southport undefeated, so look out for him. It should be a good night.
The venue, sorry, Ben, the venue where they're fighting at, how many does it hold?
Not sure how many they'll
roughly,
get in. A few thousand.
Okay.
I don't know how they'll get
do you find that some boxers cope with the step up to arenas and stadiums a lot better than others?
Yes, I think the experience that Mick Conlan has, obviously being an Olympian and fighting on the big stage in America and around the world, I think is going to stand him in good stead. But there is an opportunity here for Jack Bateson, and Jack has been tucked away a little bit on the Leeds shows at Ellen Road in those sort of banqueting suites and stuff like that. And sometimes you just need it. He was on a big GBM show, and I think this might be a good step up for him. Live on Channel 5, live on talkSPORT. He's got an opportunity. So, look, I think Conlan goes in favourite just because of his seasoning and experience, but don't write Jack off. He's really, really hungry. As I said, I know him well, and I think he's going to give it everything on Friday night.
Which fight was it Mick Conlan was in again? It was an unbelievable fight. I can't remember the guy's name. It's been wrecking my brain.
Lee Wood.
Yeah. That was the fight. We knocked him through the ropes to win it.
It was an unbelievable fight.
Was that an outdoor fight?
No, it was Nottingham Arena, was it?
What a fight. When he knocks him through the ropes to win the fight.
Great fight.
Yeah.
And, there's lots of action Mick Conlan has provided, but we've got to find out if he really still has it at top level.
Let's move on. There was a bit of breaking news emerged yesterday. Seen rumours of a fight between Fabio Wardley and Joseph Parker. Reports suggest that they could fight at the O2 at the end of October. What's your understanding?
First heard about it in Saudi when I was there with Moses Atama and Dillian White. This was being rumoured as one of the fights. I think it's really important that Joe Parker gets back in the ring quickly. Obviously, he was meant to fight Daniel Dubois back in February. It was Martin McCauley at short notice, almost off the beach. And, he got through that, of course. But he needs a big fight. And if Alexander Usyk is going to wait and maybe not fight until 2026, Parker needs to be back in the ring. I think it's a really interesting fight against Fabio Wardley.
Yeah, me too.
Wardley, of course, who's undefeated still, but lucky maybe, some would say, after being outboxed round after round against Justice Hooney at his beloved Portman Road. But the last thing a puncher loses is that right hand, and that's all he needed, all she wrote that night.
Is that lucky?
No, I think that you...
Who's the boxer that dislocated his arm?
Danny Williams.
Danny Williams.
Won the British title against Mark Potter with one arm.
Have you seen that?
One of the most incredible fights ever, I think.
I agree with that.
At Wembley, and Danny Williams had his shoulder was dislocated maybe 3 times in the fight. It was hanging out. I thought Jim McDonald was going to pull him out the corner, and he found a left uppercut that put Mark Potter. I mean, it was extraordinary. Look, I think fighters fighting injured. Lawrence Okoli did 12 rounds almost the other week at Wembley with problems. So yeah, that's part and parcel of it. Was he lucky, Wardley? I mean, you make your luck, don't you? Justice Hooney should have got the job done, and he didn't. A little bit of a lapse in concentration, and boom, in comes a right hand. I mean, I think Parker has got wonderful skills, and under Andy Lee, he's really rejuvenated, and I think he's one of the best heavyweights in the world, period now, former world champion, of course. I think he's better than he once was, so that's a problem for Wardley, but Wardley brings that power in, and remember, Joe Joyce knocked Joe Parker out. Others have had him in trouble, Dillian White down, so you can never write Wardley out of anything, and he'll fancy it.
I look at it, and you're right. The Justice Hooney fight for Fabio wasn't great. I mean, if Justice Hooney is a little bit more measured in his approach, he doesn't get knocked out. But this is a big step up for Fabio Wardley against Joseph Parker. And from that knockdown that Joseph Parker had with Joe Joyce, he's been unbelievable run, bar his last fight, which we know was obviously a last-minute replacement. Do you think that's a step too far for Fabio Wardley, or do you think it's the perfect time? Because you know what you talk about time in make fights.
Exactly, timing and levels, and it's a great question. But Fabio is, I think, the number one WBA, and Parker's number one WBO. So look, they're right at the top. So where does Fabio go, really? Yes, he had those fights with Fraser Clark, the really fantastic one in London, then the knockout win. Then he goes into, he was going to fight Baby Miller, then it became Justice Hooney. Now, these are good fighters. It is a step up against Joseph Parker, but Parker needs that. He needs an unbeaten guy in front of him. Wardley's got nothing to lose. He'll give it everything. And, it's a great story, Fabio himself, a white-collar fighter, only having sort of 4 white-collar fights and then becoming a professional, no amateur experience. Joseph Parker is an excellent amateur, former world champion. He is a lot older in terms of boxing mileage, Parker. But the problem, I think, for Wardley is that Parker seems to be getting better and better. The one thing against Joe is this ring rust that I'm worried about. He looked, when he was beating Wilder and Zhang, and he looked like he was Turki Al-Sheikh's favourite, and then he was going to fight Daniel Dubois with a big lengthy gap and only got a couple of rounds in against Piccoli. Now, another number of months later, it's waiting and waiting for that moment, Joe, and I just hope he hasn't gone slightly stale. But I think he'll be really up for this. I think it's an opportunity to get back in the ring and perform in London. He loves it in Britain. I think Joe will go into this thinking he's favoured, thinking he should win it, and Fabio goes into it with nothing to lose.
Wow. I want to talk to you about Darren Till. I'm looking at my producer now. Have I got time to do this, or we've got time now? Okay, I think this is going to be fascinating, your answer to it, because we had a bit of misfits boxing over the weekend. Darren Till, of course, successful. What a successful fight that was for him as well. Brilliant finish against Luke Rockhold. However, the main story after the fight was when he called out Carl Froch. Before we get your take on it, let's hear from Misfits promoter Cal Sutherland. He was on White and Jordan earlier and spoke about the potential of seeing these two in the ring.
I'd love to make it happen.
Froch is serious, right?
Yeah, look, I've known Carl many, many years, and we've had, many, many fights together. We were talking about it before, the 2 Kessler fights, Arthur Abraham, George Groves too. And, he's always been a nemesis to me. I remember him getting in the ring with him after the Groves knockout, and we sort of settled it. He come over to me, he goes, "Look, Keller, we're all right now, and, everything good." I'm thinking, I've got to peel my man off the canvas here, yeah? I think he means business, but I will only know really when I take that journey up to Nottingham, hopefully early next week, and find out, is this like Darren's saying, is it numbers for his YouTube channel, which is great, actually. It's a great channel, but I don't know. He turned up Saturday night. He's never been to. He rarely goes to boxing fights and any sort of fights, and he really enjoyed himself at Misfits, actually. And he, I think there's something there. I think there's something that's itching him. I think he does think it's an easy night's work, and it's a question of, where is he 11 years on, and only Carl will really know that.
I didn't think we were going to play the whole of White and Jordan out, but either way, apologies for that. It was about 9 minutes long. What? I don't know if I've got time. Have I got time for the question? I have. Okay. What do you make? I can't see that fight happening in a million years. I know how boxing works. Is I scream at you, you scream at me. But Carl Froch looks like he's happy with life. He doesn't need it. He's not fought for over 10 years. It's never going to happen, right?
Never say never, ever, ever. You know the score in boxing. Gervonta Davis is going to fight Jake Paul, and we talked about that last week. Carl Froch, my good friend, former co-commentator with me. I remember when Gennady Golovkin and Kell Brook were fighting, and Carl was standing up. He wanted a bit of Golovkin. Then he'd been retired a couple of years. Fighters never lose it. Do I think Carl Froch will want to do it? It comes down to money. It comes down to the pound notes, I guess. I mean, would it be sad? Yes. Potentially, would it be what we want to watch it? Yes, of course. It's one of those, isn't it? Look, misfits is misfits, and I have no problem with misfits because they're doing what they do, and we're doing what we do in the boxing world. It is slightly different, and it is entertainment for different people, different eyeballs. So
let me ask you, because we've got to go to break. Just a yes or no. If the right money is put on the table, will it happen?
Yes.
Okay. When we come back, we'll talk Canelo Crawford. More boxing chat right after this. Jump Talk Sport, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, alongside Adam Smith is with us in the studio. Still to come, we're joined by Hollywood superstar Orlando Bloom. You're basically Orlando Bloom's warm-up, Smudger.
I'll take that.
Said that to you before,
I'll take that.
You are today. Listen, we'll continue our boxing chat. Let's talk about a fight next week. Canelo Alvarez against Terence Crawford takes place September the 13th. It's billed as fight of the century. I do feel as though this one, for such an unbelievably good fight, the prospect of it has gone under the radar a bit. We've spoken more about fights that are not even.
Remember Eubank Ben? I mean, how much you spoke about?
No,
that?
I love that fight. Though.
Yeah, but compared to these two guys,
that's because we had it.
But that's in Britain. That's prime time here. Yeah. It's the football casuals. I think the problem with this fight is it is just a fabulous boxing matchup and one with all sorts of curiosity between two superstars. The Ring magazine's dedicated the entire magazine, but this is boxing. It's hardcore boxing. I think Canelo is known. I think Canelo, obviously the Mexican machismo that holds all the super middleweight titles, nearly 70-odd fights. He's been phenomenal. I think he's 35 now. But for Terence Crawford, he has definitely gone under the radar. 4-weight world champion, 41-0, 31 knockouts. A southpaw who's got IQ and speed and craft. I think it's a fabulously interesting matchup, the two of them, because you've got the big guy, the strong super middleweight, really, really cultured, wonderful fighter in Canelo. But is he just slightly, ever so slightly, fine margins past his peak? And you've got Crawford, who needs this fight as his coming out party. The big news, it's on Netflix, so he'll get the attention. Can Crawford do it? It's a huge step again in weights, but I think he's got the speed, and I think he's got the know-how, I'm sure we'll talk about it more next week, to cause problems for Canelo, and I think that he could win it on points.
You know, so this is coming out party. I almost felt like his coming out party was when he fought Errol Spence. Now, they were two, but Errol Spence have come back.
You and I are boxing fans.
Yeah.
We love this sport to our core. I think people won't remember that, really, outside of boxing. I mean, he came over and fought Ricky Burns all those years ago, and Burns was flying, and he beat Burns. Everyone was going, who's this guy from Nebraska? Look what he's done since then. He was brilliant against Errol Spence, against Sean Porter, so many fighters. You know, his resume is phenomenal, and he's climbed up through the weights. And I think this is a chance, with that massive Netflix audience, for people to see his skills.
Yeah.
Can I ask, you mentioned before about Las Vegas. When I was a kid growing up, it seemed that every fight was at Las Vegas, the glitz, the glamour, etc. Not so much nowadays. Why is that?
Saudi. And Turki Al-Sheikh has brought it over, and you go with the flow in boxing and where the money is. And Vegas, I mean, we were there every other week almost in the Sky Days. It was an unbelievable fight. It's the days of the Moraleses and Barreras and Juan Manuel Marquez, your Lennox Lewis and Holyfields and Tyson's. Hatton, obviously, Hatton, Mayweather, Pacquiao, those fights lit up the Strip almost month after month. It's great. There is something about a fight in Vegas still, I think. I'm not going to be there because we've got a big fight in Ireland on DAZN that night, which is the rematch between Paddy Donovan and Crocker. It's a phenomenal fight in itself, but of course, all the attention will be on Vegas, and quite rightly so, September the 13th. It is a once-in-a-generation fight, and we should all lap it up and love it, and I think it's great that it's under the Vegas lights.
Honestly, that welterweight division you just spoke about,
it's good.
Wow.
It's nice when you get a division. Every so often you get a division, and everyone pound for pound, just before we let you go, I can't believe the half hour's flown by. We have to quickly get your view on the sad news of the passing of heavyweight Joe Bugner, who passed away yesterday at the age of 75. He fought 83 times, including bouts with Muhammad Ali, twice Joe Frazier as well. Went the distance with both Henry Cooper, Frank Bruno. He didn't win the world title. How much of a legacy does he take with him from that time in boxing? Because I've just mentioned some of the greatest ever, not just of a time period, but ever. How will he be remembered, Joe Bugner?
Real character as well, Andy. I had the pleasure of spending a fair bit of time with him at the end of his career. He kept sort of making comebacks, and there were some strange fights on the Gold Coast and other places. But yeah, I think the Bruno fight probably did finish him off. But Muhammad Ali going the distance with on your resume, alongside the likes of Joe Frazier, of Ernie Shavers, the biggest puncher possibly in heavyweight history. Joe Bugner was a very good defensive fighter. He was obviously slightly controversial, being sort of Hungarian, British and Australian in the end. That Henry Cooper was the one that the British fans loved. So he never got that love, I don't think, Bugner, but technically he was great. As I said, he was a real personality. He'll be sorely missed. He was a really solid heavyweight who I think in this era would have been a world heavyweight champion. Maybe not against the likes of Alexander Usyk, but I think he would have pinched a title at some point. He certainly fought everybody, but he was an entertainer out of the ring, movie star as well, more than in it. But yeah, we'll remember him fondly.
Samantha, thank you so much for coming in.
Pleasure.
Where are you going now? What you do? You look like you're dressed either to go to court or you're going to meet someone for a bit of food. Where you go now?
Bit of food in London.
Okay. Imagine if it would have been the other. Yeah, I mean, cool. Yeah.
Celebrating Isak, I mean.
Oh, yeah, you're a Liverpool fan. We're going to talk about that next, actually. In fact, football fans, 03717223344, we're going to look back at the window, not just yesterday, but the whole of this window, and let me know if your club did well or didn't do. You as a Liverpool fan, you must be over the moon, although I do think
one slipped away.
I do think that was the priority. I think Liverpool fans would rather have had Gurhey than Isak because you've got Ekitike who's doing so well.
I think the twist at the end was obviously fascinating from a broadcasting point of view, but disappointing for Liverpool fans. However, the rest of the transfer window has been so good, and I think Isak is the player I wanted for the last 2-3 years. I think we win the league again.
I mean, nearly £500 million spent in this window by Liverpool.
Crazy.
That's nearly like your pay packet, isn't it, from the Zone?
Very. Simicast is a big boxing fan. Sad he went, but, he had to go, didn't he?
Yeah. You have got a good enough squad to win it again, and the boat race as well. Smudge, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming in.
Cheers, Smudge.
That's where we're going. When we come back, you can phone up and tell me if your club, performed or underachieved. 03717223344. Transfer window when we come back live on Drive on talkSPORT.
Roy Hodgson's feeling really sorry for Mark Gahey. After his move to Liverpool fell through over the lack of a replacement and pressure from Oliver Glasner, Hodgson told talkSPORT Palace should be the winners here.
He's such a good player, to have a player of that calibre and a captain and leader of that calibre still with you should be seen as advantageous, but it remains to be seen, of course, how upset he may have been by what's happened.
Roy also told us that what Isak and Visa did to force their transfers is not a good look for football. Isak got his Liverpool move for a British record £125 million, but Danny Murphy reckons he'll sit on the bench for a while.
We don't know how much his intense training's been, how intense his training's been. He's not played that much football. I can't see him throwing him in. Why would you take that risk when you've got a team that's winning anyway? When he gets fit, he's going to start.
Meanwhile, Grimsby Town have been fined £20,000 for fielding an ineligible player in their Carabao Cup win over Man United. Here's Jim White.
Apparently, Grimsby submitted the registration of Clark Odur at 1 minute past midnight on the day before the game, after the 12 midnight deadline.
And with the Ashes less than 12 weeks away, Aussie captain Pat Cummins has a back injury, though the team are confident he will be fit for the first test. There's more at talksport.com.
Welcome back to our number 2 of Andy Goldstein's Drive Time show with me, your host, Andy Goldstein, and...
Yeah, Darren Bent. Yeah, the engine.
The engine's here.
Yeah, the engine. I never go right on something. I'm always IMDb.
Always IMDb. Still to come, we'll be asking whether walls are a hindrance in football after Michael Owen's comments. It's a great comment, to be fair. But now, deadline day was full of big deals and many talking points, but we want to know how you feel your club has done.
Transfer deadline day with me, Jim White, and we are live on talkSPORT.
Ball given away to Isak. There's his goal. Alexander Isak.
Alexander Isak confirmed as a Liverpool player.
Johan Wissa from Brentford will join. He's in Newcastle.
The young goalkeeper from Royal Antwerp, we're hearing, is travelling to Manchester, and it would appear that this is on €21 million, no sell-on 5-year contract.
Some breaking news. It's our understanding that Liverpool and Crystal Palace have agreed a fee for Mark Gahey.
This could be the best transfer window a club's ever had.
Does he stay or does he go now? That's the burning question that we've been asking for the past couple of hours. That move to Liverpool is off.
I think Gahey will be devastated. There is a chance that this opportunity might not come for him again.
Transfer deadline day. Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, the main story of the day was the failed move for Mark Gahey to Liverpool from Palace, with Palace blocking the move in dramatic fashion, but Liverpool still dominated the day, securing the signing of Alexander Isak, meaning they broke the British transfer record twice in the same summer window.
It's mad, that.
Following the signing of Florian Wirtz earlier on in the window. We'll talk about Isak in just a moment, but I just want to get your view on Mark Guehi not getting his move to Liverpool, right? Now, there's a huge argument to be had that if you throw your toys out of the pram,
Get the move.
You'll get your move. If you refuse to play, if you decide to go on strike and say, right, I'm not doing anything now, down tools until I get this move, like not just Alexander Isak, but like, what's his
Visser. Johan Visser.
Yeah, Visser. Yeah. But it seems to be now the only way if you want to get that move as a player.
Sulk.
It's the sulk and moan. I mean, it's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what? I felt for him, right? But him as a character, he's not one I look at. And listen, I don't know Visser and I don't know Isak, right? But from what I've seen, the way they've conducted themselves isn't great. So if they would have had to have stayed, yeah, of course they would have played, but I think they would have lost a bit of edge. When I look at Mark Guehi, I don't think there's any ego there. So even if he's not got his move, which he would have liked, I can see him getting his head down and just cracking on because he's been doing that for Crystal Palace. He's been playing even when the transfer window is up and coming, he's still playing a couple of days before where you get some players pulling themselves out, going, I don't want to get injured, so I'm not going to do it. So I think he's handled himself with class. I think the Crystal Palace fans will appreciate that as well because at least now, when he does eventually go, because he will, he's a top player. Yeah. When he goes back to Selhurst Park, I don't know it's not the most important thing, but he'll get a standing ovation from the Palace fans because he's done so much for them. When Isak goes back to Newcastle, that better be on Sky.
What does he care?
No, but still, it's hard. Visser goes back to Brentford. It doesn't, but it's always nice. Everyone wants to feel...
Yeah, of course. You want to feel love.
No, but not even so much love.
I think Isak's going to be thinking of like...
Oh, no, he will. I'm telling you now, when you go back to a former club, it's always one of those where, depending on how you've left the club, you're always a bit like, And you're right. He could have been... Like, he would have... If he'd have left properly, Isak, he'd be a Newcastle legend. Winning a cup, scoring all them goals, they would have loved him. So he's almost tarnished all the good work that he's done.
I don't think he'll care.
He will care. They care. He'll care.
I don't think he will, mate.
He will.
Because he's now at a club where he's got a very good chance of winning not just silverware, but the Premier League and or the Champions League.
He will still care.
He's probably got more money than he's ever had. Well, he will have more money than he's ever had. He won't care.
He will. Okay, look at Michael Owen when he left Liverpool. All he's ever spoke about is trying to get back there. So when you leave certain clubs...
It's different. Michael Owen was a young kid coming through. He was on their books. He was touted as one of the greatest ever strikers.
No, but still...
He was. If Isak would have been there as a kid, I get it.
No, I still think for Isak, it will bother him. But listen, he's got his move at the end of the day, and I'm looking forward to watching him in a Liverpool shirt and Visser in a Newcastle shirt. But Mark Guehi has just handed himself with class. And
100%.
And the only thing I'd say about this now, I know he wants to go to Liverpool, but if he has this season like he's been having and he keeps playing to that level, I don't think it's just Liverpool that's there on the table. So now all of a sudden Liverpool could be going, hold on, we want him. But imagine Real Madrid. There's no reason why Real Madrid don't come. Barca, Bayern,
Man City as well.
Man City,
right?
But if Real Madrid come, especially if imagine he, do you know what I mean? He gets to the end of the season, he's on a free. Kanate's on a free. I think he's better than Canale. So there's no reason why he doesn't get. Do you know what I mean?
No, you're right. And also, we've got a World Cup coming up. I'm not suggesting we win it, but if we do really well and he's like player of the tournament or player for England or whatever.
Well, he was England's best player in the last major tournament. So I think, while he'd be gutted that he's not got this move to Liverpool because it's a huge football club, winning trophies, fantastic club, he'll still get a big move at the end of this season because he's that good.
Do you think Liverpool should have gone maybe 50 million, get him? Because I know there's a year left, right? There's two ways to look at it. We'll get him for free in a year.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you look at it and go, you've just bought one of the best defenders in the country and it costs you 50 million, that's still a bargain.
Yeah. Just get it done earlier?
Just if they would have said to Palace that, I know you put your foot down at 35, is 50. I'm telling you, they sell.
Yeah, they would have done. But I was thinking about this, I do think Isak probably was the priority.
Yeah, it was.
I think even though they got like Ekatike and that's it, I still think Isak getting him in.
Yeah, but it was such a messy transfer, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was horrible. But you know what? And you have to feel for him because listen, I've been there.
Who?
Ekatike, right? I've been there where he would have had the conversation with the club with Arnie Slot, and they would have gone, listen, you're our number 9. Don't care. 80 million they paid for him, I think it was. You're going to be scoring goals, right? Then Isak comes in. Now, I've been there where to everyone else in the world, we're giving interviews, when you're talking to press, when you're talking to you're going, no, it's fine. Like, I've got the shirt at the minute. I'm going to do all I can. It's competition. Competition's good. I'm going to do all I can to keep the shirt. I've started off really well. So it's up to him now to come and maybe try and take my shirt, but we're going to work together. But then when he goes back home to his quieter moments with his family and his friends, that's where he's going to be like, I can't believe I've done that. I can't believe I'm like, you almost end up having arguments with loved ones because they're going, don't worry, you'll be fine. And then you just start going, well, I'm not going to be fine. They've just bought him for 150 million. Like, I'm not going to play. He's going to play. Do you know what I mean? So Liverpool and Arne Slot can go, oh no, we haven't got a recognised number 9. That's rubbish.
You don't pay 120, 130 for a
For someone to do something about no,
Yeah.
he will play straight away. So Ekatike is probably thinking, oh, I didn't need that. But then again, it's up to Ekatike to when he does get his opportunity.
Well, he'll play on the
which
left,
he's done.
I'm guessing, right?
No, that's Gakpo's
No,
position.
but if you've got 60, 65 games a season, you're going to have to rotate.
Yeah, but you don't want to. Players don't want to be part of no rotation.
No, and also for the big games, Gakpo starts on the left.
I love Gakpo coming from the left.
Yeah.
I think that's his best position.
Yeah.
But for Ekatike, all he can do is get his head down and go, you know what? I need to prove it because we know what Isak can do.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
one of the best in the world.
It's a great problem to have, right? We'd all love that problem.
Not if Ekatike ain't.
No, okay. As
80 million, I'm going to play. Oh, 140.
As a club,
yeah.
As a club, it's a great problem to have, right?
They've had an A star.
So the deal is, gang, that we're not going to, apart from Liverpool, which we've just done, we're not going to talk about any club apart from Liverpool. If you want your club to be spoken about on the radio, then you phone up and you talk about your club. 03717 2233.
They've had a double A star window.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
out of 10, it's a 10.
It's one of the best ever.
It's been $500 million, give or take.
It's a lot of dough.
Insane amount of money.
In one window.
Insane amount of money.
But they do their finances well. They don't buy for a couple of years and they go boom, crazy. But to break the British transfer record twice
in the same window,
it's nuts.
Yeah,
They've had a double A star.
Where have they got that money? Someone's sitting on a big old couch. They've gone, what's that about that?
Someone's slipping them a couple of fivers, didn't they?
Yeah, someone's slipping them a couple of fivers. So listen, Liverpool fans would probably say it's a 9.5 out of 10 because 10 out of 10 would have been Mark Gurhey, right? I think that's fair to say.
No, they're 10 out of 10.
No, I think Mark Gurhey would have been 10 out of 10.
No, what, Liverpool?
Mate,
and it's a 10.
I've just given you it's not perfect because they need a defender. It's not.
And it's a 10. It's a 10.
It's not.
And
No.
they've got two new fullbacks.
Hold on.
Right, they've got two new fullbacks.
Yeah.
Right, they've got a centre half. They brought in. Right.
How many goals have they conceded so far?
A few.
And they look a bit leaky. I know none against you, but they still look a bit leaky, don't they? Where's their problems? Is their problem scoring goals?
No.
Where's their problem?
Well, yeah, okay, but who is their best player in their team?
Oh, no, listen, I've given them a 9. Okay, I'll give them 9.7. I
No,
can't
it's
give
a
them
10.
a 10.
It's a 10.
So it's perfect.
Perfect.
So if Mark Gurhey would have come in, what would it have been out of 10?
You can't. It's binary. There's nothing you can do. It's 10. And this is what they've signed.
No, mate. No, I know. No.
Isak, Wirtz, Ekatike,
amazing.
Kirkes,
9.8.
Frimpong,
9.8
Giovanni Leone's centre half.
Yeah, 9.8.
No, I'm giving him a 10. It's got to be a 10, man.
It can't be.
They broke the British record twice. It's a 10.
So what would Mark Gurhey have made it?
You can't get any better, but I still think it's a 10 now.
Would they have been stronger with Gurhey?
Potentially.
Factually.
When they've got Konate, it was good. And
Would they have been better with Gurhey?
I think they would have been.
There you go.
But
So it can't be a 10.
I'm still having it as a 10.
Let me just quickly ask a Liverpool fan. He goes by the name of Owen. Joins. Hi, Owen. Owen, are you there? Owen.
No faders, no.
Oh, hold on. Owen. Owen. No, it do me.
Say it again. It might be there. Say it again.
Owen, can you hear me?
I can hear you,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go. Loud and clear. Okay. Listen, it pains me to say because we're arguing over your club and whether or not your transfer window is a 9.8 or a 10 out of 10. What do you think it is?
I'm going to have to go with Andy. I think it's 9.8. I think Gurley would have made it 10. However, I do think Isak was the priority. I think Gay's a great player. But as I say, I think Isak's the priority because I think realistically it hasn't really been brought up that much. I actually think we're looking long term for when Salah actually leaves.
What, to play who on the right?
I think Arne Slot's trying to pick players. Obviously, I know Isak's probably going to be the 9, but I think the likes of Ekatike or Gakpo could rotate in that sort of area. I think all three of them are fairly adaptable in terms of where they can play. I think that's what I think a lot of modern managers these days, they're looking for forwards who can move across the line that are not just stuck in one area. So I think we're looking in that as well.
Okay.
So what's funny, you said about if they got Gay to 10,
Yeah.
if they've got Gay, they're greedy.
Very greedy, yeah.
Because on paper, Andy, it's a 10. Look,
I know.
let me say it again. Isak, Wirtz, Ekatike, Kirkes, Frimpong, Leone. That's 10.
Yeah, it's 9.8.
No.
I'll tell you what, I've got 9.9.
Gurhey is greedy. That's just like one of them. Well, do you know
Well,
what?
that's 10. That's perfection.
This is perfection.
They missed. It's very close. It's 9.9. I've gone up 9.9. It's definitely not 10. 03717223344. We're not going to talk about your team because you need to talk about your team. 03717223344. How did your team do in that transfer window? Drop Talk Sports, me, Andy Goldstein. Bent is here, everyone. Still to come, we'll be joined by Hollywood superstar Orlando Bloom. He's on the show. Just quickly, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been called up to the England squad for the first time in 6 years for the games against Andorra and Serbia. Should we go to the phone lines? I think we shall. 03717223344. You are phoning up to talk about your club and how they did in the transfer market. John, or transfer window. John is a toffee. Hello, John.
Hey, boys, you all right?
Who are you talking to?
My mate is just doing a shelf for me.
You're doing a shelf?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Put a shelf up.
Why can't you put a shelf up?
Because he's a qualified carpenter, want a professional job. I live in Oldley Edge, mate. I don't, you know what I mean?
Oh, Oldley Edge, beautiful.
Sorry, where
Beautiful
you
part of the
live?
world.
Where you live is irrelevant unless you're like San Francisco. It's like a wonky road. Why can't you put a shelf up?
Because it's not just a shelf; it's a unit. It has to be right.
All right. What's the
My
unit
lady's
for?
very fussy.
What's the unit for?
What we're going to use it for?
Yeah.
For a sound system. It's for a surround sound thing.
Sounds a bit flash, doesn't it?
A little bit.
I like that. It's nice. Maybe come round
Anyway,
to
let's
mine.
talk about Everton.
Okay, yeah, go on then. We'll talk about Everton.
I remember you salivating over Tyler Dibling about 12 months ago.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, he's not at Manchester United, he's at Everton. And also, I remember people scoffing about Jack Grealish going to Everton, actually laughing and saying he's not you. I'm not saying you.
Oh, I don't
on your station and everything.
Who?
So
Name and shame. Who said that?
Well, I don't want to name and shame Alan Brazil because I quite like him.
Okay,
so
don't mention Alan
I'm
Brazil.
not going to mention his name, no.
Don't do that.
So I'm saying overall, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, some of the players we've signed, I think the French lad that we got up front is going to be one for the future. The German lad that we signed yesterday, Cole, I think he pronounced his name with a K, and I've seen him play a couple of times, and he looks top drawer. So the one disappointing aspect that I was hoping we'd get someone at right back, which we haven't.
Yeah, you need that, didn't you?
Yeah, that was one thing I think where we are lacking a little bit. But having said that, Jacob Ryan's been doing an outstanding job there. So transfer window-wise, for the first time for many years, we've actually spent some money. I think we've... Go on, sorry.
I was going to ask, John, what's the deal that you've got with Jack Grealish? Is it you've got an obligation to buy? Because if so, I think you should put the money down now.
It's only an option to buy.
An option.
It's not an obligation.
An option.
Yeah, but I think that comes that we're the first. We have the right to say yes or no. That is how I understand it. I wouldn't put money on it, but I mean, like you say, I think if we had the money, I think we should give it them tomorrow and say, let's keep him, because the rapport that he's already built up with the fans is amazing. It's really fantastic to see. I went to the Wolves game, and at the end of the game, players go through emotions and sometimes and that, but it comes from the heart with him. Came over to the fans, gave his shirt to this little girl, and all the fans were getting hold of him, and he was having selfies done and everything. And I think it's that sort of player. If he feels that wantedness and that love, then you'll get the best out of them.
John, just a quick word. Obviously, you've been at Goodison many times, I'm guessing, and you mentioned you were there at the weekend. What's the new stadium like with regards to how the fans view it? Because sometimes it takes weeks, maybe months or years before fans see it as their home. How are you seeing it?
Yeah, I understand that point of view. I mean, I've lived through the 80s and the 90s when we did have some success at Goodison, but the new stadium, it's built for success. The facilities are amazing. You can sit down and actually put your legs out. I'm 6'3", so it's a nice change not to have my legs around the back of my neck. You sit next to a stranger at the football and they're your best friend before the end of the game. It's nice to have a bit of room. The facilities are fantastic.
Great.
And I just thought, with that first win at Brighton, I thought was crucial. There's one point I wanted to make. The Brighton win was crucial, the first game at home. But I think the Leeds game, in hindsight, will do us a lot more good than harm, because we're getting a little bit above ourselves, I think. Come back down to earth with a crash and everyone can refocus and everything. So
you've been a great caller. Before I let you go, because I want to take another call, John, out of 10, mark your window for Everton.
9.
9, okay. I mean, it's a great window, that is. Jack Grealish is...
Oh, my goodness, the way he started off. Whew.
Should be in the England squad. Dan is a Palace fan. Hello, Dan.
Hello, chaps, you all right?
I'm great, man. How are you today?
I'm tired, but it is what it is. It's been a long day.
Why? What time are you up? What time did you start?
I left at about Well, actually, I left late this morning. I left earlier yesterday. It's been a knock-on from yesterday. It's been 2 long days.
What'd you do?
I'm an electrician.
Oh, okay.
And yesterday I was on tenterhooks all day.
What, because of Mark Gurhey?
Yep.
Okay, you must be over the moon then, right?
Yeah, I am. And one of the best things about it is was actually Danny Murphy's dejection yesterday on the radio. It was brilliant. It was all joy, all like it's going. Oh, it was all talking. Got Ben Jacobs. There's a car waiting. The flashing lights are on, etc., etc. James J. He's all old Murphy's. He's buoyant. He's happy. He's like, yeah, it's all going to happen. It's going to be a great signing. And then when Alex Crook said he's not going, Danny Murphy saying like someone had just knocked on his door and said your cat's been run over. It was brilliant. It was the entitlement. There's so much entitlement up until that very moment, and it's been a knock-on since. No one's actually said about how Liverpool, if they wanted him, they should have put a bid in earlier. As you said, 50 million, he'd have gone, and we probably would have said fair enough, but we can't do anything that late in the window. Who are we going to get in? We can't. No one's to play for Glasner as well, because Glasner's got a specific set that he wants from a player, and like he wants to be able to then use that player. But Gay's the linchpin.
Yeah, I think when you look at Gahey, I mean, he's that would have been, again, I said greedy if they'd got Gahey as well, but they didn't. But still, I just think their window, they're so strong. I mean, me being an Arsenal fan, happy with our window. 10.
10 out of 10?
10.
Yeah, I think you got to be, actually.
10.
When you look at, like,
the squad depth.
Kepa and Noni Madueke.
Yeah, Eze. Yeah, Zubamendi, Gyökeres.
Yeah,
10.
Okay.
But, you know, all these transfer winners is on paper.
Yes, of course. You've got to find out whether or not they
right. The one so far that I've looked at and gone, oh my goodness, is Grealish at Everton. That's the one I've gone, oh my, wow. Yeah.
We haven't even talked about Donnarumma going to City. That's a bit nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Gone under the radar.
No, James Trafford, another one.
Another one. Exactly the same as
Ekatike.
Yeah. You know what will be interesting? You know that City and United both got new goalkeepers. Wouldn't it be interesting to see if they both start in the Manc Derby?
Donnarumma.
The next game. Well, yeah, you can't leave these players on the subs bench, can you? Still to come, we'll be talking about free kicks and whether the wall is a help or hindrance. First, it's time for a bit of No Googling Part 2. We're about to be joined by Hollywood superstar Orlando Bloom, famous for his role in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Lord of the Rings, bro.
And I haven't finished yet. And Lord of the Rings, bro. We want to know, what are the top 3 highest grossing films of all time, ever?
Avatar must have won, though.
Although, bizarrely, there's only 2 in the answer. So I need. I'll put the other one on in a minute, says Joe. So I've got 2. Find out what the 3 are, and Orlando Bloom right after this.
Roy Hodgson's feeling really sorry for Mark Gahey. After his move to Liverpool fell through over the lack of a replacement and pressure from Oliver Glasner, Hodgson told talkSPORT Palace should be the winners here.
He's such a good player. To have a player of that calibre and a captain and leader of that calibre still with you should be seen as advantageous, but it remains to be seen, of course, how upset he may have been by what's happened.
Roy also told us that what Isak and Visa did to force their transfers is not a good look for football. Isak got his Liverpool move for a British record £125 million, but Danny Murphy reckons he'll sit on the bench for a while.
We don't know how much his intense training's been, how intense his training's been. He's not played that much football. I can't see him throwing him in. Why would you take that risk when you've got a team that's winning anyway? When he gets fit, he's going to start. And then the question is, does Ekitike sometimes play as a 10 if Ertz does the rest? Does he play on the left? Gakpo's not going to be able to play every game.
Elsewhere, Victor Gyökeres has defended his Swedish teammate Isak's behaviour. He says clubs are always entitled to freeze out players, so why not the other way round? But Simon Jordan says Newcastle are entitled to feel aggrieved by the player, but should also be angry at themselves.
You know, he's coming in with a lot of expectation, a huge price tag, and people will say, oh, it's not his fault, the price tag. OK, well, that gives him a get out of jail. Let's make sure he performs. Let's make sure he's held to the highest standard possible because he's executed and created and curated the situation. No excuses. This is a £125 million footballer, straight in the side, straight into scoring goals, or be judged by that.
Meanwhile, Grimsby Town have been fined £20,000 for fielding an ineligible player in their Carabao Cup win over Man United. Here's Jim White.
Apparently, Grimsby submitted the registration of Clark Odur at 1 minute past midnight on the day before the game, after the 12 midnight deadline.
Grimsby self-reported, so half the fine has been suspended till the end of the season. And with the Ashes less than 12 weeks away, Aussie captain Pat Cummins has a back injury, though the team are confident he will be fit for the first test. There's more at talksport.com.
Do you remember the Frazzle? Do you remember the crisp Frazzle?
Yes.
Like, they were nice.
Yeah.
Skips, old school?
Yeah, Skips. I'm trying to think of old school crisps.
Do you know what, the ones I didn't like? All the ones you got in the pub. Scampi.
Bad boy flavour. That's my favourite, that.
Didn't like them.
Oh, little green packet.
Yeah, didn't like
Incredible.
No, not Scampi. What's that one you get in the pub? Like Porky Pigs or something. What are they called?
Oh, no.
What are they called?
The pork scratchings.
Pork scratchings. Didn't like them.
They might have a bit of pork scratching.
You like that?
Yeah, I like a bit of scratching the porks.
I bet you do. Before the break, I asked the question, what are the top 3 highest grossing films of all time?
I know one's got to be Avatar.
Avatar and Avatar. There's 2 of them.
What?
Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, of course. Remember, Avengers Endgame they had the whole cinema.
What do you mean they had the whole cinema?
So basically, when Avengers Endgame came out, there was no other films at certain cinemas.
Right, Cinema 1, Avengers Endgame, Cinema 2.
Yes.
Is that the one where, what's his name, dies at the end?
Who? Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Iron Man. Yeah.
Is he dead now? Is that it? He's done?
No, because he's come back as Doctor Doom, I think.
Is James Bond dead?
No. James Bond is just the name.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right. So even though he died, it's another one coming
Great film, that, by the way. No Time to Die. No, that's incredible. Watch it again.
Bit silly, he can't touch his family.
No, it's incredible.
Bit of a stupid.
I watched that about 10 times. First time I watched it, I was like, second time, incredible. Third time,
Fourth, fifth.
Sky.
What do you reckon the most amount of times you watch the movie is?
I've watched all the James Bonds. I don't know how many times.
Go on, roughly. Over 20?
Well, each one?
Yeah.
Easy.
100?
50 to 60 probably.
Wow.
Yeah. I had a period for about 3 years, I told you, where I was watching just one after the other, like that. For about 3 years.
So weird. What's the one where he goes on the crocodiles? Goes over.
Live and Let Die.
You know those are real. That wasn't him, but you know those are real crocodiles.
Really?
Yeah.
Live and Let Die.
That's nuts, isn't it?
Great one, that is.
Great movie, yeah. Talking of movies and movie stars, I've been speaking to an absolute Hollywood legend, star of Pirates of the Caribbean and Lord of the Rings, Orlando Bloom. I spoke to my mate Orlando ahead of the launch of his new film, The Cut. Let's have a listen. Well, Lana, good to see you.
You too, mate.
And when I say good to see you, as in you look good. And by that, I mean the last time I saw you was, of course, on the big screen in your movie that's just recently come out. And towards the end of it, you looked awful. In a good way, because you're meant to look awful, right?
Right.
I'm talking about your new movie, The Cut. How difficult a role was that for you?
Yeah. I've always wanted to sort of take the brakes off, burn the barn down, swing for the fences, however you want to call it. And when Mark Lane, who's the producer on this, brought this idea to me, we worked on a movie called Retaliation. It was originally called Bromans, actually, but it was a small British movie. We were sort of throwing ideas around, and I thought, I love the boxing world. I love the boxing genre of movies. And I thought, well, this is a really fresh take. I've never seen this, never thought of it. You know, boxers, it's called The Cut because boxers cut weight, right? They, and so the fight in our movie is sort of quite a intense psychic battle for this boxer who just will do anything for a second chance, you know, to come out of retirement and drop an insane amount of weight in order to get a shot at the title. And you know, it's a really, you know, it was really hard. It was really hard.
We'll
I was angry the whole time, angry and hangry the whole time.
I could see that.
I mean, it's you know, I actually lived through and went through what the boxer does. You know, I dropped weight from 100 and I don't know, I'm about 180 pounds. I don't know how that works. So about 152 is what I got down to, which is insane.
Yeah, so you lost about 35 kilos, right? Which is 2.5 stone.
Yeah.
Now that's not easy to do at the best of times.
Right.
I'm guessing it's more difficult to do when you're quite lean going into that role in the first place, right? Did you put on weight before the movie started?
So this was the interesting thing. In order for me to even have the brain power to be able to do, you know, what I needed to on set, we actually shot the movie in reverse chronological order.
Okay.
So when you see Boxer at the end of the movie, that was my first day of filming. And we filmed backwards from there because I came in at my lightest weight so that I looked the part. And then I basically just gorged food until we went to the beginning of the movie where you see the weight change. And for me to look, you know, for that to be a dramatic weight loss, we sort of tiered it in. And then once there was no more sort of shirt offs moments, I was just like ice creams in my shakes, you know, like. But basically, I worked with a nutritionist who worked with Christian Bale, this guy, Philip Goldger in LA, and it was recommended to me. And he was, I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing this at home, but he was doing blood work, just testing my blood. And then, you know, he tiered me down from like 3 meals a day to 2 to finally 1. And then, you know, I mean, what it takes, the mental kind of fortitude for athletes, but it's also a commentary on body dysmorphia, on, you know, on a bit about the masculine and about what it, you know, the look and the whole thing, you know, because he's a guy who's, you know, obviously struggled with weight stuff. And I think there are plenty fighters do, and then they have to cut weight to get into the ring. They can be great fighters, but then they got to cut the weight, and that can be the biggest battle. And for many fighters it is, and that's something that we wanted to show as a fresh take on a movie genre that's been done so well. I mean, Raging Bull, one of my favourite movies, you know.
Yeah. And it's so tough to do a boxing movie, but to find a new angle, which of course you've done. And you co-producer on it?
Yeah, I produced it with Mark. He sort of brought this idea and we sort of developed it together. And then, you know, we made that movie for a shoestring. I mean, we got Sean Ellis, and who's the director, who I'm a huge fan of, and you know, Metro Manila was a fantastic movie, and all of his movies. But you know, I think he saw it and thought, oh, that's a really, you know, unique way to do a boxing movie, and he'd always wanted to do that. He's a bit of a boxer himself, has been a boxer in his life, and he was up for it. And thankfully, he's a DOP, right? So he's comes from photography as well. So the amazing thing is this movie was made for virtually nothing, but we were in just a handful of locations, but you never feel that you're in the same place twice because of how he shot it with the lighting and the way that it all works, which, you know, I think's another cool thing about doing a small British movie, you know.
It's so difficult to make a boxing movie look like a boxing movie that's never been made before.
Yeah.
And the angle that you came in at, I thought it was great because I hadn't seen that before. Yeah. Obviously, that was, I'm guessing, why it
that was why, you know, and for me, I'm very physical anyway, both as an actor and just in life. I had a really bad injury when I was in my 20s and had to take care of myself physically in order to just navigate that, and now I'm fine. You know?
Is sports maybe an angle that you want to go down? Because I know you're sort of Manchester United fan.
Yeah.
When you're on the move to watch Man United.
Yeah. Well, my neighbours, the McAvoys, I had this Irish family growing up, and the dad was a big Man U fan, so we'd always watch all the games and stuff at home on the telly, and I didn't actually get to a game, which would have been fun, but as a kid, but I mean, Man U was always the team because I grew up with them, you know, and
would you
hard
like
to follow.
Would you like to maybe play a footballer? If you were going to play Manchester United, who would it be?
Oh my God. I mean, that's a good question. I'd look too weird for Rooney, wouldn't I? But Rooney was such a character.
You definitely need to shave the hair, right? What about Beckham?
Beckham. Yeah. Come on, bend it like Beckham. Yeah, David's a great. What a guy. But I mean, I think and what a story Beckham had, but has life. But I mean, I think I've always I'm very physical, and I think weirdly, I played rugby as a kid as well, and that was sort of something I really loved. I think if I'd been encouraged more, I think sports would have been a very cool angle for me in some ways. But I always wanted to be an actor.
You look like you could kick a ball.
I'm all right, but I'm more of a rugby. But I play a little bit. Yeah.
You said you'd never been to Old Trafford?
I know.
Man, I'm sure you saying that now, someone's going to say, right, let's go.
I'll be there in a heartbeat.
Would you like to do that?
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? I mean, I think it's like church, isn't it? I actually miss it. I think that part of it is it's a community. It's something that I mean, men can get together, everyone, fans of the sport, families. It's like worshipping in a church. Yeah. It sort of has that magical feeling, and that's something that brings, countries together. I mean, I watch all the big games that, the UK. I mean, when the World Cup comes along, it's like the whole country comes together. I think that's something that only football can do,
Maybe we need to make a World Cup movie.
Right.
And just change the outcome ever so slightly where we win it.
Yeah, there you go.
For the first
back to it, yeah.
I think that would be quite nice.
Maybe we have to go back a few years and do it.
I mean, I don't know who. Maybe Bobby Charlton.
There you go. You go. You've got a good head of hair, haven't you?
I've got a great head of hair.
Yeah, you do.
Yours isn't too bad either. Listen, thank you so much for sitting down and chatting about your new movie.
Taking the time.
It looks
September 5th. Go and see it in the theatre. September the 5th.
And it is like, I'm not just saying
England and Ireland.
Yeah, it's like a
altitude
movie you've never seen before.
Yeah,
right?
and it's definitely like. It's definitely, you've never seen me like this, but you've never seen a boxing movie like this. I don't think you've seen a movie like this, honestly. It's like a real psychological, physical drama, and it's a unique take on a genre that I'm a fan of. So hopefully people will go out and see it.
They will. Good luck.
See it in the movies.
It's always tradition. It's always tradition. My guest, whoever they are, to just lift up and show their six-pack at the end of an interview. Do you still have one? You look like... Oh, don't... Oh, that is so... How old are you? You're 48?
There you go.
And
not bad.
Can you superimpose mine on if I do the same?
Not bad.
It's not bad.
I can't believe it.
I need something.
I actually try to keep myself not too... I think I'm not... I don't keep it too dry and tight because it's too much.
Do you drink at all?
Not much. No. I mean, I don't a little bit, beer.
Oh, see, beer I blow. I look like I'm pregnant.
I can have a little bit, and I
so annoying.
There's a couple of good beers.
Were you like that before the film?
Yeah, I'm always. I was really before the film. I was like, I mean, this is probably 13. Like, if we're talking numbers, probably 13%. But like in the movie, I think I was probably about 3%, 2 or 3%.
Do you want 20%? Do you want to swap this for the day?
But it's like. Yeah, no, I just keep fit for health and...
You have to, right? Your movie stuff.
It's good for mental health too.
You have to. A real pleasure. Thank you so much, man.
Bless you.
Good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
How good was that, me in blue?
Do you know what? You are made for that type of role. That you look there like you should be doing those kind of junket type things.
Yeah, should be like doing film shows.
Yeah, we'll take you off of this, put you on that, flying.
Yeah? Oh, you want me gone, do you?
No, never.
It was
Never.
Nice to sit with him.
Yeah, you look comfortable. You look good. You look cool.
I enjoyed it, thanks. What was nuts when he lifted up his top there? You obviously can't see this if you listen to the radio, but you can watch it on YouTube. He lifted up his top, and it was like a waxwork. It was like
ripped.
Yeah, but just didn't even look real.
Was it Gahey ripped? Mark Gahey ripped.
No, he wasn't like that.
No, he wasn't like gay. He's like an animal, and he's like a beast, like a
Yeah.
superhero.
Yeah.
He was more like a waxwork, like just so smooth, like perfect.
Yeah. No, listen.
Annoying, isn't it?
I like it. No, annoying. Say it look the exact same.
Yeah.
I like him. Orlando Bloom. There's been some good films. As I said, it's Lord of the Rings. Love it. Pirates of the Caribbean. I loved him in Troy. Remember Troy?
Yeah. Brad Pitt was in it.
Oh, what a film that
I'll tell you what I did do with him, by the way, when he left.
Right, what's going on?
He took, this is true, he took some of my new hair paste that comes out in 2 weeks.
Do you know what? I was waiting.
He did, I swear to you. I said, can I take a picture of you holding it? And he went, no.
When is it coming?
2 weeks yesterday. What day is it? What day is it? Tuesday. 2 weeks yesterday.
Well, he wouldn't let you...
I wasn't allowed. These people were like, no.
Why?
Oh, because it's Orlando Bloom and you can't... Otherwise, I could just say Orlando Bloom using my hair product.
No, because you go, listen, thanks for the... Do you know what I mean? Come on.
I know, I said that to him. Can't you put a picture of it on like Instagram? And he went,
Do you follow him?
Yeah.
Does he follow you? No.
Of course he doesn't. But you know what's nuts? Right? I've never seen this before. Is when I had the picture with him afterwards, I was like, picture for Insta? And he's like, yeah, of course. I put it on. And then I added his name.
Yeah, we'll let you.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, without his permission?
Yeah. You can't just add him at any old picture.
No, I didn't know that. That's nuts, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I need to do that. When we come back, by the way, if you missed any of that, you can go to talksport.com. Go and watch it on YouTube as well. It's a good old watch. When we come back, we'll have some fun with the best of TalkSport, which, of course, is the best bits of TalkSport.
In the history of everness, it's the best.
Best ever. After Joe on talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Bent, alongside still to come. We'll be discussing whether you need to have a wall for a free kick. And we've got the best of talkSPORT as well in a sec. But before that, it's time for this.
Couldn't believe he got a yellow card for that. The game's gone.
Honestly, I've seen my Sunday League team defend better than our back line. Welcome to Sorry, not that. Moany fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Yeah, it's time now to hear from Aaron Nolan from our friends at Paddy Power, who's got something he wants to get off his chest in this week's Moany fans feature. Aaron's reputation as being a bit of a moaner is well established. Let's find out what he's been moaning about this week.
Deadline day yesterday and the transfer window is closed. I'm honestly so sick of all the updates by the end of it. It's meant to be exciting. It's meant to be unpredictable. And the magic is in not knowing what's going to happen. But now the media knows everything. There's no whispers. We're getting official announcements of targets, negotiations, deal details, and we're going to get the announcement of the player before the club does. It's not what it was. And 5-10 years ago, you didn't know who your club was going for. Maybe we're going to get Ronaldo, like you just didn't know.
Now, normally we'd open up the lines and talk to you, the fans, but we've got some strong opinions, it says here, on this topic. So join us after 6 o'clock and we'll see if we can outmoan the moaner.
Moany fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Yes, time for the best of talkSPORT friends, where we run you through some of the recent uploads from across talkSPORT and our sister stations. Let's kick things off with the early sports breakfast show, where Olivia Buzaglo.
Oh, Buzaglo, nice.
Was alongside Kane Reeves, Superman's brother. Here they are reacting to the world's best seagull impressions.
That's it. Apparently he is doing a seagull. Here we go.
If I close my eyes...
You can picture it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on Brighton Beach right now.
Things have changed since my day. What do you make of seagulls? Nasty little things are seagull, but your face.
As long as I'm not eating chips, they don't mind. But when I'm eating chips, come down.
They are giant. You ever been next to a seagull?
Yeah, of course.
They are massive. If you could pick one animal to make extinct, which one would you pick?
None, because I love all animals.
I don't mean you do.
I do. There's one particular animal I'd like to get extinct. Not that whole genre of animal, but one particular one.
Go on.
Doctor, is it?
What dog? Dr. Scoot Fang?
Doctor. I love all animals except that one.
And your one, because you left him out. Do your impression of any animal?
Oof.
What's that?
Meow.
Is that it?
Meh.
Any more?
I mean,
you used to have a snake, didn't you?
Oh, that is.
Wasn't that a difficult question?
Is that okay?
The early breakfast show returns at 5 a.m. tomorrow. That is early. Where it'll be hosted by talkSPORT's very own Angelina Kelly. Go on, Angelina Kelly.
Over to last night's sports bar where O'Hara was alongside Jason, the fun boy Cundy. Your line. Here's O'Hara's response to the question, what's the last thing you Googled?
I don't know. God, why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me when you look at Google?
You still got those websites you're sending me?
Can't get on them anymore.
Can you not? No, they're gone, haven't they?
Yeah. Age verification.
That when I was on holiday, right? I got back, I'm like, why do I need my passport?
That laugh.
3 letters, 1 word, VPN.
Right. What do you think of was the last thing O'Hara Googled?
Probably O'Hara goal.
Yeah, you know what? It's a great shout, that. Great. If your Google history went public,
oh my God, no.
Would you still have a job at Sports School?
No.
I would, because I delete as I go along.
Oh, no, I'm on private Googling already. So if you open my phone now, nothing.
Yeah, I don't trust all that. I like to delete and then...
No, there's nothing there to delete. It's all empty.
Right. If you could change any law, not about football, what would it be?
How fast you can go in London.
20 miles an hour is fast enough.
What? 20 miles nothing?
I mean, I don't go to anywhere.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's got to be minimum of 35.
All right.
And also, I'd ban all cyclists.
No, you wouldn't. I love a cycle. Listen, I love to ride in London. Got soaked earlier, ripped my trousers.
Honestly, red light. Oh, I'll go through. I'm a cyclist. No. Well, why don't you wait like the rest?
I'm not going to lie to you. I never stop.
See? You're not as bad as the rest of them.
Never stop. Go down the wrong way, wrong ways.
Yeah, you'll do that. All of them do that.
Shout out Line Bike. Don't forget the boys will be back on the Sports Bar from 10 p.m. tonight taking your calls.
Staying with questions, here's a snippet from mine and Cundy's brand new podcast, 21 Minutes to Go. I've programmed my chat GPT to always reply with a compliment about my hair. So here's its response to the question, what is 5 plus 10?
5 plus 10 is 15. And I must say, your hair is still looking absolutely fantastic, Andy.
What'd you make of that?
That's insane. That's so good.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
You can do stuff like that.
Yeah, it's mental.
I've never asked him what he thinks of you.
Go and ask.
What do you make of Jason Cundy, the broadcaster, and his hair?
I thought he had no hair and he was wearing a wig. But on a serious note, you've got the best hair out of anyone I know. Andy.
That's amazing. Isn't it?
Incredible. How you do
Amazing.
that?
I've done that. Describe Cundy's hair, either of them, in 3 words.
Barely hanging on.
Very good. What would you say your best feature is?
Probably eyes or teeth, probably.
Okay. Are you looking forward to Goldstein's Golden Paste coming out?
That's not on there.
I know, but I'm asking you that.
Yeah, if I'm not going to use it, but I'll promote it for you.
So, okay. Would you?
Yeah, of course.
Nice. Thanks, man. A reminder that you can download the brand new 21 Minutes to Go podcast with me and Cundy, wherever you get your podcast from. New episode drops every Monday, so yesterday's come out yesterday. And, of course, make sure you got the talkSPORT app so you can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 and all of our other sister stations so you never miss a moment. Go download 21 Minutes to Go. You can do it in this ad break. And because I know it takes a second. And when we come back, we are talking about what Michael Owen said about free kicks and walls. Do we need a wall? Does it make it easier for the wall taker goal kicker or the goal scorer keeper thing? 03717223344 when we come back.
Roy Hodgson's feeling really sorry for Mark Gahey. After his move to Liverpool fell through over the lack of a replacement and pressure from Oliver Glasner, Hodgson told talkSPORT Palace should be the winners here.
He's such a good player. To have a player of that calibre and a captain and leader of that calibre still with you should be seen as advantageous, but it remains to be seen, of course, how upset he may have been by what's happened.
Roy also told us that what Isak and Visa did to force their transfers is not a good look for football. Isak got his Liverpool move for a British record £125 million, but Danny Murphy reckons he'll sit on the bench for a while.
We don't know how much his intense training's been, how intense his training's been. He's not played that much football. I can't see him throwing him in. Why would you take that risk when you've got a team that's winning anyway? When he gets fit, he's going to start.
Meanwhile, Grimsby Town have been fined £20,000 for fielding an ineligible player in their Carabao Cup win over Man United. Here's Jim White.
Apparently, Grimsby submitted the registration of Clark Odur at 1 minute past midnight on the day before the game, after the 12 midnight deadline.
And with the Ashes less than 12 weeks away, Aussie captain Pat Cummins has a back injury, though the team are confident he will be fit for the first test. There's more at talksport.com.
Well, that's the last hour drive of talkSPORT. I'm here. That's the most important thing. I'm Andy Goldstein. Bent is here as well.
We're going to build a wall. It's going to be built.
Jack, I mean, what is that? Please don't associate me with him.
What are you doing, Jack? What's the matter with you? I've told you, the only Trump we want on this show is Judd. Now, there has been a good debate in the office following Sunday's game between Liverpool and Arsenal and this special strike.
What a goal! Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0. The roof has just been ripped off Anfield. It's an absolute net buster from Szoboszlai.
You could feel it that the game was going to decide it, whether with an individual error, which it didn't happen, or with a magic moment, which Szoboszlai delivered for them.
Only by margins, both teams only by margins. Not a lot of things happened. And then a moment of magic decided the game.
A big smile on the face of the goal scorer, Szoboszlai, as it finished. Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0.
Yeah, that stunner from Szoboszlai was the difference between Liverpool and Arsenal over the weekend. However, when discussing the game, Michael Owen has suggested that the wall did not help David Raya. He said when the ball is that far out and if the goalkeeper stands in the middle and there is no wall, I bet you he doesn't have to dive. He just shuffles over and catches it. The wall is, in that situation, is a hindrance. The keeper does not get to see it. It gives the taker a target to hit over and round. The goalkeeper has to shuffle to one side of the goal. And it prompted a big old conversation earlier on in the office. Does a wall help? Now, I think it's an unbelievable question. Let me ask you this. Without that wall, does Szoboszlai score that goal?
No, I think he saves it. Right. No, listen, I've reached out to certainly one of the best Premier League, Shay Given, and I was asking Shay about it.
When? This is news to me.
Yeah, well, I've sent him a voice note because obviously top-level goalkeeper, he sees things differently. But he said he could see both sides. Like, of course, he said it's an unbelievable free
Why don't
kick.
you get him on the show?
Shay? I can do.
Yeah, I mean, well, the voice note.
Yeah, so it's unbelievable free kick. But he said maybe if there's no wall and he can see it a bit better and he stands in the middle of his goal, he probably would save it. But at the flip side as well, where he's put it, because even when he jumps to the one side, then goes back to the middle of the goal, he still can't react to get there in the top corner. But I think the amount of times I've watched people training and hit free kicks in training with no wall, and the goalkeeper's like, I don't need a wall, just stand there. You see it the whole way. That makes it a lot better, a lot more different. It's not like I was showing you earlier, that Canelo free kick where I can't remember what club he's at, but he hits one from near the
It's like halfway line, yeah.
and he moves all over the place, and the keeper's like going from side to side. Don't know what.
Yeah, but that's the ball.
That's the ball. But I think in that instance there, I think if there's no wall, I can fully understand. I think more goalkeepers would say that than not with no wall.
Yeah, and also the wall does act as a target for him to aim round.
Or over.
Or over.
Yeah, but I think sometimes when you look at goalkeepers and they're looking at free kicks, there's all bodies in front of them. So they're constantly looking, like, where is it? I can't quite see. Up, down, whatever. I think if you just said, like, no, I don't want no wall, get out of the way.
So, okay, what do you think the minimum requirement in distance is for a wall? So, for example, you've got the 18-yard box.
Mm-hmm.
If the ball is on that line, i.e. exactly 18 yards away.
Yeah, I'd get a wall there because then it's incredibly hard to get it up and over from that, like, up and down from so close to the box.
And also, that's shooting distance.
Yeah.
So that's 18. So let's put another sort of 10 on that, 12, 30 yards.
Yeah.
So do you think that's far enough to not have a wall?
Again, do you know what surprises me in this instance, right? I get what you're saying about the wall situation, but you know how goalkeepers do their homework now on penalties? It's on the box, the bottle.
Yeah.
Right? Surely now you now do your homework and go, right, let me look at if they take a free kick from this range.
No.
You have to.
No, I'll tell you why I think that's impossible, because there are so many different places you can put the ball down to take a free kick.
I get it, but if you look at...
so you couldn't have Szoboszlai from 16 yards he shoots, from 18 yards he crosses, from 20 yards.
You might have no evidence, but there's a lot of the teams in the Premier League, and not even just the Premier League, EFL all the way down, if it's... Like, if West Ham get a free kick, 9 times out of 10, it's Ward-Prowse. So you know it's Ward-Prowse, right?
Yeah.
Where they can put the ball.
Yeah.
Surely then that will dictate whether you have a wall or not sometimes, because... For instance, I know he's one of the greatest players to ever play, and some people will say he is the best.
Bex.
No,
You're talking about Bex.
No, Ronaldo.
Which one?
Cristiano.
Yeah.
His free kick record is horrific. He went years without scoring one.
Only in latter years.
Latter years, yeah. I know early on he's unbelievable, but he went for a period, didn't he, where every time he took a free kick, either hit the wall or went over the bar. I think you have to do your homework and go, well, all right, well, Cristiano Ronaldo hasn't scored one for such a long time, hits the wall, puts it over, no wall. So let me see it the whole way. Obviously, when he's younger, it's a different story.
Yeah, but I think someone like him will benefit from no wall.
I don't know if he would.
I think he would.
No, but I think a goalkeeper, because he can get it to move all over the place, that will benefit the goalkeeper seeing it the whole way.
Really? There are some players like Johnny Method, right, at Forest, who used to...
Johnny Method, bang!
There's that famous guy. I think, ironically, it was against Spurs, but it was definitely for Forest, and smashed it into the roof. It was like a golf shot. It flew just right into the middle of the goal, the roof of the net. You ain't stopping that if you've got a wall or not.
No. But do you know
but sorry, my point was, if you could hit a ball that pure and that straight...
It's hard.
Yeah, I know, it's very hard, but then I'm saying if you
no,
can
it's
do
for the
that...
goalkeeper.
Yeah, then I don't think a wall matters.
It's hard as well, because with the specialised free kick takers, like people like Beckham, your boy, for instance, right? If you're going to put a wall up because of how good he is, right? What I don't like seeing is when goalkeepers are so far over to one side that they're relying solely on the wall to cover that side of the goal. But then on the flip side, I would rather stand in the middle of the goal with a wall, but then I can't see.
If you've got, and by the way, if you play Sunday or Saturday League football and you're a goalkeeper, I'd love to hear from you. 03717 2223. If you're a goalkeeper and you've got a wall, and the wall is covering your left hand side of the goal.
Well, no, if it's goalkeeper on your right hand side of the goal.
No.
So where's the free kick coming from? On the right or left hand side? Because that makes a big deal.
You're on your goal line.
Yeah.
Right?
The free kick is. So if I'm looking at the 18-yard box,
forward and left.
Okay, so the wall would be on my left.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Right. If the ball goes in that corner of the goal, you're not really expected to. That's what the wall is there for, isn't it?
Correct.
To stop it going in there.
Yeah.
But we'll still see goalkeepers, a little bit like Szoboszlai's actually, because it went to the side of the wall.
Yeah.
So we'll still see keepers trying to get to that corner. So the wall doesn't necessarily block out that corner of the goal, does it, anyway?
No, because these footballers are technically gifted to get it up and down over the wall. But I think then I always go back to, well, I know you've got the wall there, but surely if you stand in the middle of the goal, you have more chance of going either way. But then, on the counter-argument again, it's when you're behind the wall, you can't see where the ball is.
Do you think we'll ever see a team taking a free kick, and if the defending team doesn't put a wall up, the attacking team will put their own wall up?
Yeah, potentially.
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, that's nuts, right? So it gives the free kick taker
something to hit.
Something to go round, a target, if you like. Go on.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, again, people have tried so many different things, haven't they, to stop, especially if you're a specialist. Again, Beckham is the obvious one. Yeah. When you talk about free kicks, people have tried everything, like dropping someone back onto the line. But the only problem with that, which I think is the worst thing you can do.
Why?
If you drop someone back onto the line, me as an attacker, say Bex is taking a free kick, I'm on the same team as him, and you drop back onto one of the posts, I'm going to go and stand right in front of the goalkeeper because I'm not offside. So he definitely can't see.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? He definitely can't see then.
Right, okay, yes.
I stand a yard in front of him.
Yeah.
I'm not offside because he's on the post.
No. Are there any... also, you got the fella that now lies on the floor with a free kick.
The most ridiculous thing ever. I don't know why they do that.
Well, you do know why they do that.
Yeah, but...
Because if they all jump and
look how many have ever been scored in the last 5 years.
I know. But you say that, right? It's not as though you're desperate for that fella to do something in that moment. Like, you're not going to miss one bloke lying down, but it might stop a goal, right? It's worth doing.
No, it's not worth doing.
It is worth doing.
No, it's not. Because people nowadays, most goalkeepers say don't jump.
Do you think Saturday and Sunday League football,
you
have people that lie down?
Yeah, of course.
Do you?
Draft excluders. Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
What are there any other traditions in football that you just can't really understand? I can't understand. You know, we get the sort of little D by the corner flag, and the ball's meant to be in that, and they put it on the other side of it, but it's supposedly overhanging it. Waste of time.
Yeah. But you need that little bit around the corner flag.
Yeah, but
because where do you put the ball to take the corner?
Yeah.
No.
But then, but you shouldn't hang over it. It should be in it.
That I don't get.
Drives me insane.
But because you're getting a millimetre of an advantage.
Yeah. I know. That's another tradition that drives you mad. Any that drive you mad traditions in football?
No, the only one I still can't get my head around which is I find bizarre, is I get it's all about possession and numbers on the pitch, but when it's a goal kick, and the two centre halves stand either side of the 6-yard box, and then pass it back to the goalkeeper, because ultimately what happens, it goes to the goalkeeper, out the other side, back to the goalkeeper. He's under pressure and he just yells it anyway.
Just do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So we're going to ask, what are some of football's traditions that you really can't understand? Bent is the free kick. Mine's the little D by the corner flag. And also I want to get your view on the free kick. Is a wall, help or hindrance? And if you are a goalkeeper that plays Saturday or Sunday football, I'd love to hear from you, whether or not how you line your wall up. Do you have the draft excluder?
Yeah, ridiculous.
And so on. 03717223344. Get your calls in now and we'll speak to you right after this. Listen to on talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Still to come in the studio, Avelino and Harry Pacino.
What's wrong with them, Joe?
Pinero. Is it Pinero?
Yes.
I'm so going to get them wrong. I apologise.
No, you don't apologise.
I do, because I'm terrible with names. You know that. But first, it's time for this.
Couldn't believe you got a yellow card for that. The game's gone.
Honestly, I've seen my Sunday League team defend better than our back line. Welcome to Sorry, not that. Moany fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Now, earlier on, we heard from Aaron Nolan from our friends at Paddy Power for this week's Moany fans. His moan of the week was that transfer deadline days have become too organised, too controlled. The fun, the chaos, not for him. Well, Bent and I, we're going to see if we can out-moan Aaron on this one. We've each got 30 seconds to vent. Producer Joe will decide who the best is.
What are we moaning about again, sorry?
Oh,
Go, you go first.
No, you go first.
No.
Yeah, let's see if you've been listening.
No, I haven't been. What do
you think it is? I like the fact you're honest. Okay, Benny, you're 30.
No, that's you.
Starts now. Go on.
I know what I'm moaning about.
You must have a clue.
No, you won't. Come on. You're wasting time. Come on.
How dull transfer windows are. He thinks like we know everything now.
Yeah, no, I still don't think.
Surprise.
No, I don't think they're dull because it still throws up one or two areas where you go, oh, is it going to happen? Like the Isaac one, for instance, we didn't know if it was going to happen. Is it not? Is it going to happen? Mark Gahey, yeah, there's quite a few. So no, I still like it. I know everyone's got their sources. Shout out Alex, brilliant at that. Thought he was fantastic yesterday.
What about Neil?
Yeah, Neil played his part by wearing that Santa jacket.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I really like it. Even though you know everything, I love it.
Okay. Have I got to do the same, Joe? I've got to have a moan up as well. 30 seconds on the clock. Yeah, I echo everything Darren says actually. We always sort of knew, though, right? We always had an inkling. I'm hearing whispers that Spurs are going for Berbatov's at Man United. We can see him through the glass. We're always getting those kind of whispers.
We don't hear it then because you see him through the glass.
No, I know, but we do if you listen to talkSPORT.
Yeah.
But I like the fact because it builds and builds and builds. With the Isak one, we still didn't really know.
No. There was a point I thought, no, it's not.
Yeah, me too, yeah. And so and Donnarumma one as well, right?
Yeah.
Like for days, it was like, what? Is he going to sign for James Trafford? Like, put his nose out of. So I like it. Okay. I like it. So we both like it, Joe. When we heard from Aaron, he didn't like it. So Joe, I can't even see Joe. Joe, where are you? Joe, where are you?
I think I've won it.
He says Aaron wins. Why is that, Joe? You should come in here and explain yourself. Oh, he's better at moaning. Oh, okay, fair enough. There you go. Aaron has won. Well done to he. There you go. That's Paddy's Moany fans for today. 18 plus. Gambleware.org.
Moany fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Right, should we go to the phone lines? We're talking about walls, not the sausages. Steve is a Birmingham fan. Hello, Steve-o.
Hi, Andy, Darren. Good evening to you both.
How you doing, boss? You right?
I'm very serious, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's just about building the walls,
Okay.
Andy. I've been telling my friends, my amateur football friends of the past, for 2 or 3 years now. I can't see the point in building walls.
Mm.
These days, you can bend the ball that much up and down that the wall becomes irrelevant apart from blocking the goalkeeper's vision. I'd just like to see one coach, stroke manager, try, especially from 30 yards, is just put maybe 2 guys on each post, 2 tall guys on each post. Goalkeeper stands 5 yards off his line in the middle of the goal, and say, beat me if you can.
The only thing about that, when you put 2 people on the post, that would encourage the attacking team to then load the box so the goalkeeper really can't see then.
Well, if he loads the box, within the sort of 6-7 yard area out, then that blocks the goal even more.
Yeah, but I just think from a defensive standpoint, if you start impeding the goalkeeper's view by putting pure bodies in the box, he's got no chance.
Can I ask, if you're a goalkeeper and you ask for a 3-man wall, is there anything in the rules to stop those 3 players having 3 other players on their shoulders?
Yeah, because if you do...
No, serious question.
Yeah, so that's 6 players up the game.
I know, that's why I've gone for 3.
Yeah, and then they don't shoot.
Okay, 2.
And then to 4.
Yeah.
No, because it's a very narrow wall then, isn't it?
Yeah, but they sort of like lock arms.
What?
No, but, okay, is there anything in the rules that says you can't put a player on your shoulders?
I'm sure there is in the fine print, yeah.
Okay, fine. Let's go to Barry, as an Arsenal fan. Bazza?
Good evening, gents. Just like to say, great show as always.
Thanks, Baz.
Darren, you're my favourite, only because you're Gooner, not you, Andy.
Ah, you're a legend. You are a legend.
I'll take second prize to Benny, that's fine.
Well, you got it, haven't you?
What do you want to say, Baz?
I played a game today, and the striker who's going to take the free kick is a lefty. He's got a great hit of the ball, played against it a couple of times. But I set the wall up so he couldn't shoot, but then the right footer took it and he scored. So I've been thinking about it on the way home, and it's funny, it's just come into now. Why not just put all my defenders on the line? as soon as they go to run up and shoot, run out towards it. And I know what the last caller's just said, and I know about more bodies in the box, but then that just creates more for confusion and deflections and stuff like that. And you just got to react to it, ain't you?
So you would put all your players on the line?
A bit like, like if it's an indirect free kick, you
Yeah.
pick it up stupidly.
Yeah.
And then, so
hold
not
on.
all of them,
Where's the ball? Where's the closest? Oh, sorry. Where's the furthest you would put the ball for all your players to stand on the line?
But today's one, it was probably 20 yards. Defender shouldn't have made the tackle, but
So
that's
hold on.
not for here.
He's 20 yards out the fella, and you've got 10 players and the goalkeeper on your line.
No, not 10 players. Didn't say that. Not all of them, because I still want some people.
All right. How many you got on the line?
6.
What? And the goalkeeper?
And the goalkeeper. You're blocking the space.
Yeah, but what? A short pass on the free kick, and then you've got 7 players out of action.
But if you've got more than 10 yards distance, as soon as the player's running up to it, they can start making their run. Because they've got to be 10 yards from the ball when the ball's kicked.
I know what you're saying, yeah, because obviously by the time you sprint from the goal line...
But then you're not on the line when a free kick's taken.
No, but you're closing down the space, but yeah, it's a very, very wild way to do it.
I like that. If anyone's got ideas as to how a free kick should be taken. Hello, Mark, Liverpool fan.
Hey, boys, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you today?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Off we go, Marky Mark.
So, my opinion, you have a 5-man wall. Why don't you just put a foot gap in between all 5 players in the wall?
A what gap?
That way a gap in between each player in the wall.
Yeah.
You then cover in the same amount of area, but the keeper can see. He can stand in the middle of the goal. He can see exactly the ball. He can see the ball for longer. And don't tell me between the ball being kicked and hitting the wall, you can't move across.
My guess would be because as soon as someone smashes that ball and it's going towards the wall, you turn away from the ball, and that's going to create a gap in the gap.
Right, a smaller gap then, half a foot. I mean, a ball.
So would you want people with tape measures in the wall?
Oh, come on, you can measure that out with your hand, can't you? But a ball's about a foot wide. If you have a little bit of a gap, the keeper can see. I don't know, it's just a thought.
No, I get what you're saying.
Do you?
I just don't think there's a way of stopping it unless you just go.
The opposition stand in the gaps.
Just outside the. Yeah, of course they would. No, but they're supposed to not be a metre away, aren't they? Which I didn't even know was a thing.
Okay. Is it a yard or a metre?
I think it's a metre. I think.
I'm making these rules up as they go. The FA. Let's go to Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, boys. How are you? You okay?
You're great, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good, thank you. First time caller,
Oh,
so
nice.
A little bit nervous.
Don't be nervous.
What's taking you so long?
No. Well, do you know what? I'm a Brentford fan, so you don't really talk about Brentford on talkSPORT too much. So I think that's probably what it is.
Do you know why? Because they don't phone up. If you phone up, we'll talk about it.
Fair enough.
What would you like to say, Ryan?
So I used to be a goalkeeper for Kingstonians for a short period, and I feel like it's all about vision. And I think as a goalkeeper, you set yourself in a position, even if a football player shot from outside the box, you're not having a wall in that situation. And you need to see the ball clearly. You need to see the ball fly, whether they're going to be hitting it from the inside of the foot, whether they're going to be striking it with their laces. So I think it's all about vision. I think realistically in that scenario, you probably have, if you're talking about the goal on the weekend with Arsenal, for me personally, you're having a 3-man wall. I think with professional football players in the Premier League specifically, I really do think that they can, they're really good. They can put it where they want to. And I feel like, David Raya got really unlucky. I think, Szoboszlai done a superb job.
Right, let me ask you a question then. If he has no wall, do you think he's got a better chance of saving it?
No, I don't. But that ball hit the post and went in. I mean, it was a fantastic free kick. I don't think if you had a wall or no wall, that's going in regardless. Maybe he would have taken one step more to the right. He might have got a fingertip to it, maybe. But it's a perfect free kick. You can't. Arsenal fans are gutted because it's a perfect free kick. He's conjured that up, and in the Premier League, it's a different standard. Sunday League, for me personally. If you're playing non-league football and things, you can have a 2-3-man wall, but I think with professional football players nowadays, boys, they're a good standard.
Can I say, Ryan, thank you for calling. See, it's not difficult, is it?
No, it's not. It's not.
So
no.
make sure you phone more because obviously next season we won't be talking Brentford. It'll just be Premier League chat.
Fantastic.
So,
I knew that was coming.
Have a lovely day. Thanks for your call, man.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
Thank you.
Thanks. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely. And then you were nasty.
Still to come, Al Pacino and Harry De Niro will be joining us in the studio. But first, it's time for No Googling. A great name.
You're such an idiot, you are.
Avelino and Harry Pinero.
Yes.
All right?
Ain't hard to remember.
I know, but if I'm jokingly calling you Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, I mean, that's pretty cool. All right? Come on. You'd like to be called Pacino or De Niro.
No, I wouldn't.
What would you like to be called?
Washington.
Yeah, I need to say No Googling coming up in just a moment. We'll be talking about free kicks. Now, we know that Sir David Beckham, that is, please, Sir David Beckham, holds the record for scoring the most free kicks with 18. James Ward-Prowse miles behind him on 17. Now, the highest total from a current Premier League player on the list is 9. Well, I've just said James Ward-Prowse. That makes no sense. Who is that? I don't even know what that question means because James Ward-Prowse is still there or thereabouts. Apart from him. Okay. Who's third on the list? I think that should be. And more from me and Benny right after this.
Roy Hodgson's feeling really sorry for Mark Gahey. After his move to Liverpool fell through over the lack of a replacement and pressure from Oliver Glasner, Hodgson told talkSPORT Palace should be the winners here.
He's such a good player to have a player of that calibre and a captain and leader of that calibre still with you should be seen as advantageous, but it remains to be seen, of course, how upset he may have been by what's happened.
Roy also told us that what Isak and Vita did to force their transfers is not a good look for football. Isak got his Liverpool move for a British record $125 million, but Danny Murphy reckons he'll sit on the bench for a while.
We don't know how much his intense training's been, how intense his training's been. He's not played that much football. I can't see him throwing him in. Why would you take that risk when you've got a team that's winning anyway? When he gets fit, he's going to start. And then the question is, does Ekatike sometimes play as a 10 if Ertz does the rest? Does he play on the left? Gakpo's not going to be able to play every game.
Elsewhere, Victor Gyökeres has defended his Swedish teammate Isak's behaviour. He says clubs are always entitled to freeze out players, so why not the other way round? But Simon Jordan says Newcastle are entitled to feel aggrieved by the player, but should also be angry at themselves.
He's coming in with a lot of expectation, a huge price tag, and people will say, oh, it's not his fault, the price tag. OK, well, that gives him a get out of jail. Let's make sure he performs. Let's make sure he's held to the highest standard possible because he's executed and created and curated the situation. No excuses. This is a £125 million footballer, straight in the side, straight into scoring goals, or be judged by that.
Meanwhile, Grimsby Town have been fined £20,000 for fielding an ineligible player in their Carabao Cup win over Man United. Here's Jim White.
Apparently, Grimsby submitted the registration of Clark Odur at 1 minute past midnight on the day before the game, after the 12 midnight deadline.
Grimsby self-reported, so half the fine has been suspended till the end of the season. And with the Ashes less than 12 weeks away, Aussie captain Pat Cummins has a back injury, though the team are confident he will be fit for the first test. There's more at talksport.com.
This is Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent alongside. Before I introduce our superstar guests in the studio, the answer to the question, who's third on the list behind Beckham and James Ward-Prowse for free kicks with 9? It's our mate James Maddison. And if you're listening, Madders, we wish you well with that. With that injury, follow us at 7. Hugh Woods and Crawford and Roy Jennings bring you a kick-off. But now we're delighted to welcome British rapper Avelino and TV host and YouTuber Harry Pinero to the show. I've got that right, haven't I, Harry?
Yes, you have. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
How are you both?
All good, man. Thank you.
I must say, it's our pleasure. Firstly, you are the first time we've ever had 2 guests in our brand new studio.
Seriously?
So we're not quite sure. I feel a bit like I'm watching Wimbledon when I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
one
good
side.
swivel.
Let's
all
start
love.
with... Pardon?
It's all love.
It is all love.
Ooh, you didn't get that one, did you? Went over your head.
That's because he's behind me. That's because he's behind me. I've got to keep taking what? I've got to do that. Smashing my knees. Listen, we know you're both Man United fans, so we'll talk, if we've got time, we'll talk about Man United a bit later on. But Harry, let me start with you first. Tell us why you're both in, because obviously you're here to talk about a connection that you've both got to football, right?
Yeah, we started in a football agency called Nexus Football Group. Simply because of our love of the game and our expertise in our respected careers as well about what is missing in the football agency model. And we wanted to offer something that we feel like is dying in the game in terms of aftercare, creating real networks, understanding what the player wants as well. And we just kind of like used our own careers and what we feel like was missing and what has elevated us. And football players need that as well. And we've got an extensive network in football with just clubs and players that we've worked really well with, and we wanted to use those to actually help younger players, older players, current players, and that was the thinking behind it, and it's been an incredible journey because it's something new as well.
So Harry, is it players that get released from the clubs?
It's anyone.
Retires,
all sorts, you know, from some of the best young talent in the world to, you know, players more experienced, to free agents maybe, trying to help them in their situation. And the idea is that myself and Harry, just over the years, you know, we've always been really close to footballers on a friendship level. Yeah. Sometimes doing media work with football players. And, you know, there's a simple sort of general truth that's unfortunate that we felt like, maybe you might agree, Darren, I'm not sure, that, you know, beyond the contracts or outside of the transfer window, oftentimes there's not much relationship with an agent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a footballer, you know, and our idea is to deal with footballers like more than commodities. First and foremost, it's about getting business done, you know, getting players moves, getting players placements, but then beyond that, our idea is to elevate the individual. We believe the agency can contribute to the footballer maximising their level, you know?
So can I ask, I'll stay with you, Avelino. So can I ask, what are you finding from people that are now coming on board with you? What are you finding from their previous relationships that they've missed or they haven't had with previous agents?
I guess it's interesting because, okay, so like I said, we're a new company with a big idea, and we've just signed a young player, very talented young player. He's a youth international. And I guess to sort of address your question, when we sat with his old man and the boy, the explanation for joining us was they're like, although you're new, you know, they felt like we had a different approach. You know, they felt like we were interested in sort of playing our part in helping the player maximise his level. Maybe something that in their other conversations elsewhere wasn't happening, you know? So just to...
Can I ask, sorry to interrupt, do you think it's very much the next generation of footballer that you're interested in now then?
Yeah, I guess, of course. But at the same time, it's football in general. I don't want to narrow it down to that. You know, obviously we have a big focus on the next generation. That's the future. But at the same time, you know, any, you know, situation that could be interesting to help a footballer, you know, do business and push themselves to the next level, we're very interested in doing that. And women's footballers as well.
Of course, yeah. So for me, my agent, like we were friends. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's the most important thing. I think, yes, of course, you've got a business to run, and we all know that. Yeah. But I think there has got to be a side to it that's almost human, where it's away from just the football. Because listen, football is, for me, there was the greatest job in the world, but it has its dark days. Yeah, and I think that's where I think it's so important that you have someone who's not just there about counting the pound notes, that you can actually have a conversation with.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing for us is that we've made money and understood that is not the be-all, end-all.
Of course.
It's the aftercare, I think. I mean, you see it with social media stars all the time. There is a dark period, and you need somebody that's going to support you there. And I think that is what I think is missing. I think if a player has an injury and he's not wanted by their club, the mental side to that hasn't been spoken about. No. And it's a thing we just got to get on with it. And that's not our approach. Our approach is to help and support. There's a mental side to it. There's a family aspect to it. There's religion. There's everything. And we cover everything because, you know, being from ethnic backgrounds as well, along with our partner, John, who's from Colombia, there's 3 different type of people that have gone through different things, but are merging under the same umbrella, which is to support the next generation and football for now as well.
And what, in terms of numbers, because I always feel like if you're going to join an agency and there's 100 kids, how are you ever going to get the kind of that personal touch? Does that make sense? Like if he joined you and you've got 500 kids, it's almost like, oh. So how many numbers are you looking at to cover?
I think for us, it's about working on a player-by-player basis. And as we get bigger, then we can employ more people that understand the ethos of what Nexus Football Group is as well. If it doesn't make sense having 30 players and we've only got 3 staff.
Of course,
exactly. You know what I mean? So we've got to work within our means as well, but that is how businesses grow. Is by starting with a plan which is to be the biggest, but then also managing it as well, because we don't want to sink before we've even started swimming. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And what percentage do you take? No, I'm only joking. The pause there was beautiful. You've been working with the University of Cambridge, is that right?
Yes.
Tell me a bit more about that. What's the connection?
So the connection point there is that, look, the grounding belief of Nexus Football Group is football is, you know, maybe the most powerful unifying force on the planet. No matter where I go, pretty much, you know, everyone understands the language of football. You know, so we believe it has the power to be the gateway for even much more than it already has been around the world. So our idea is we became really interested in technology. So our partnership with Cambridge University is basically exploring wearable technology. And the purpose of the wearable technology is that in football, I guess even at the highest level, there's a lot of information. Data is a word you hear used a lot. But then data, I guess, still has its limitations, right? So our idea is to explore how to increase the quality of data in football. You know, explore how to turn raw numbers into more meaningful data. Because right now, maybe clubs employ teams of people to sort of create narratives out of, you know, data sets. And we feel like the quicker and the more seamless we can do that, if we can increase the quality of that, what we can do around the world with smart distribution is increase visibility. Because I'll give you an example. We work with a scout in Colombia who's known for discovering Luis Diaz. And he discovered Luis Diaz in a part of Colombia that is dangerous. People can't go there. He can go there, but it's dangerous, too dangerous to go. But then there's this kid who sort of wasn't eating well but had a football talent, and he brought him to a club to an academy, and then now we have a player that costs 50, 60, 70, 80 million. And the idea is that how many more players of that quality are there out there in the world that just will never be seen?
And then never get the opportunity.
Never get the opportunity.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, and also, listen, it's not, you can't expect football clubs, not many football clubs, the majority, of football clubs, can't have scouts in Colombia, Brazil, Venezuela, Uruguay, Paraguay, Chile, Uganda, Ghana, Nigeria. All of these places, it's just not going to work. It's not going to happen. They don't have the budget, you know. And so our idea is to create wearable technology through, you know, research. It's actually a research organisation that we put together under Nexus Football Group to sort of address this challenge.
Let me ask, because I want to talk football, as in the team you support, because sadly we're all Man United fans. And
I was expecting this.
Before we move on to that,
Sadly?
well,
I didn't get the memo.
I can show you. I've got a PowerPoint presentation.
That's the greatest show on earth.
Just quickly, there'll be young kids listening, or even professional sportsmen listen, that, okay, I want to hear more from you. How do they get in contact with you? You got a website? Or
Yeah, well, nexusfootballgroup.com. It's on our Instagrams as well. So if you follow our Instagram, it's in our bios. We're on Instagram. We have emails. They'll if they see Harry Pinero and they see Avelino, you see Nexus Football Group.
Good stuff. Before we let you go, lads, Manchester United.
Yeah. So
I had a bet with Benty at the beginning of the year that I said United would finish in the top 8.
Oh, that's generous.
I had a bet for £500.
Oh, that's gone then.
Last week I would have cashed out.
Yeah.
What's the other bet as well? We had a bet Gyökeres versus Šeško. Who scores more goals? I said Gyökeres.
Well, he's already started with 2 goals in the Premier League. It's tough. Do you know what it is? I think with United, the word transition has been used for 12 years. And I don't know anything that transitions slower than that. I think a snail is actually faster than that. But I think what United fans have to do is come to terms with our reality, that we as a football club are not run the right way. And we're doing a lot of trial and error, and we're spending quite a lot of money doing that, while other teams are developing. Now, we can clown Arsenal for not winning the league in a very long time, but we'll be lying to say we haven't seen progression from where Arteta picked them up. I think the problem with us is that we haven't given a manager the time to weather the storm. Yes, the results are going to be tough. 15th or 14th in the Premier League is really bad. Losing to Grimsby is really bad. But this is what it is.
So that actually happened in real life?
It happened.
Grimsby should have been kicked out of that competition.
Yeah, I mean, they fielded an ineligible player. But hey, I mean, look.
Clutching underneath.
No, right now, look, this is what I'm clutching. But my point is that, like, with Manchester United, it's one of the biggest clubs in the world. So to get that club back into where we should be, it's going to take a very long
but you need to see something that makes you think, okay, we're going in the right direction, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't seen that yet, certainly under the new manager. There's nothing from, 10 months it's been in charge that I look at and go, okay, we're heading in the right direction.
The last manager, now people might not like this, that I felt like I enjoyed watching the football, progression, was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
You can say that.
What a guy.
It's the last manager that I can say I watched, and there's moments where I was like, we could have built something here. PSG away. Like, that was, I could have cried watching that.
Oh, my goodness.
But that was a lucky moment. That was a penalty that shouldn't
But
have been
that's
given.
football for you, though.
No, of course.
Because look at Liverpool against Arsenal. That was really a lucky free kick. Szoboszlai wouldn't hit that again. No. He wouldn't.
I wouldn't say that was a lucky free kick.
It was. Because Szoboszlai, for me, he's a great player, and he's got a great strike on him, But that was inch perfect. If he hit that again,
you could argue about Declan Rice's 2 free kicks, right?
You could, but Declan Rice has proven that his set piece in football is clutch. It's 8 out of 10. He always hits it on the money.
I want to agree with you, right? Because otherwise I'm sort of back in Liverpool here. But if you're a player of his stature and his quality and you're X amount of distance away from a goal and it's a set piece and you hit a ball, I mean, he's put it where he wanted to put it.
Look, on the money.
There's no luck
on the
there.
money. But that's why, like, free kicks are not like, you don't see a player who scored 150 free kicks, because it's very difficult to do. That was a perfect free kick. And when you hit it like that, there's no saving that. So that's just my view.
You know what it is for me? So United's just a fantastic football club, man. I don't mind what happened. It's just an incredible institution. It just enjoy the show.
Okay.
Just enjoy the show. Whatever happens, it's Manchester United.
I'm not going to argue. That's a nice way to end it.
You know, I feel like the challenges of in terms of what it's going to take to get Man United to what all the fans will want back to the top is beyond me.
Yeah.
It's
beyond us.
There's so much beyond us.
You're right. Let's just enjoy it.
Let's enjoy.
Grimsby, well done to you.
It's Manchester United finished 15th. It's the talk of the town. It drowns out the noise of the league winner.
And you know what? As things currently stand, we're above City and 5 points off top spot.
End the league now.
No, not yet. Give it a couple of weeks so we can get closer.
Yeah.
Boys, before I let you go, just again, if you can give everyone listening the name of your website.
Yep, nexusfootballgroup.com. If you follow Harry Pinero, Avelino on Instagram, you'll see. And thank you guys for having us here as well.
Anytime.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it a lot, man.
Go check the lads out. Our pleasure. When we come back, we'll have some fun with the end of show quiz right after this Live and Drive. This is Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Bent is alongside. A reminder that Hugh Grub, Roy Jennings will be in the studio right after us. But let me tell you that our biggest competition to date has launched today, and we're giving you the chance to win Oasis tickets plus a whopping £25,000. Not one, but two lucky winners will win a pair of Oasis tickets when they return to Wembley on the 27th of September. Alongside the tickets, as I mentioned, we'll give you the chance to win £25,000. For all the details on how to enter this wonderful competition, listen up right now.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word Oasis to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Now, producer Joe has joined us in this. Oh, Moosey there?
Hello?
Moose, I'm just on out at the moment. I'll talk to you in about 8 minutes.
No worries.
All right. Producer Joe is with us in the studio now. Producer Joe's been away, Joe, in Italy.
Yep.
Is that right? And Joe's got engaged, everyone.
Congrats, Joe.
Congratulations, Joe. Well done.
It's the 7th time I've got engaged now.
Yeah, but finally she said yeah. Okay. So you found someone. Well done. It's nice. Yep. When's the wedding? When's the big day?
2046, I think.
We get married. Chantry Church?
Chantry, yep.
I'm coming. If it's Chantry, I'm coming.
Is that in Ipswich?
Yeah.
By any chance?
Yeah.
What's happened to your team, by the way? You haven't won a game yet, have you?
Yeah, we were right there. 3 draws.
You haven't won a game yet?
Do you know what's funny though? Stole Marcelo Nunez from Norwich. Yeah. Love that.
Have a bit of that.
Yeah, by the way, lucky you and not lucky them.
Yeah.
Imagine me and them now you playing for Ipswich.
Won't even start for Ipswich either.
I think they should now if you can't win a game.
Took their best player to sit on our bench.
Oh, well done. I bet he's over the moon with that.
Ogbueny's left as well.
Shut up. Should we do the end show quiz? What are we doing, Joe?
We actually forgot. So I've just come up with one last second.
What do you mean we? You're the producer. Now, when Billy was in charge... Billy was in charge...
Yeah.
Run smoothly.
Nah, 6 out of 10.
I was listening yesterday and you finished at 6:30 yesterday.
6 out of 10, Bill.
I didn't want to.
6 out of 10, Bill.
I was told
you
to.
10. 6 out of 10, Bill. Can I go first?
What are we doing then?
So
what have you done?
Come up with a list really quickly.
Okay,
you
nice.
spoke to Orlando Bloom, Hollywood superstar.
Yeah, well, he spoke to me, but yeah.
Been in really big films.
Yeah.
We've done a list, top 10 grossing actors of all time. Like highest earning.
Denzel Washington.
I think it was highest earning.
Earnings or what the film's made.
Yeah, that's a good question. What have they been paid, or what's the film made?
Personal earnings.
Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio.
No.
Scarlett Johansson.
Number 1.
Yes, I heard that the other day on TV when she was doing the.
Did you listen to the rest of that TV show?
Did you look at my piece of paper?
Yeah.
No, because they were talking. No, they were talking about the new Jurassic Park because she's in it.
Okay. That's true, actually.
Denzel Washington.
So we've got about, can't even see a clock in here, can you?
Yeah, there.
Got about a minute
above the telly.
The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes, he's number 9.
I've got what? 2 what? You so cheated.
No, The Rock has to be in there.
Recently, people are calling him the Pebble. Have you seen that? Because he's lost so much weight. The Pebble.
Hey, well, I'm thinking Avengers.
You're such a bad actor, Bentley. Go on.
Why staring at
You're acting so bad.
Robert Downey Jr.
He is number 3.
What else?
You've got to think Avengers.
Yeah, what else can you remember from that list that you saw about? You can.
Well, I don't see it out there.
You are on something by thinking Avengers.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth is number 7 on the list.
Yeah. See, it can only be Avengers.
Yeah, or it can only be someone that's cheated.
Samuel Jackson.
No, he wouldn't be on that list.
No, but he's the highest grossing in terms of the film.
He's what?
Number 2.
You are kidding me.
I would have not guessed that.
Well, you did guess it.
No, but I thought he was... No, but I went to 2.
You actually did guess that.
Action. Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah, Cruise, he's got to be
Tom Cruise is on there, and I believe not a Marvel actor, right?
No, yeah.
He's one of only 2, I think, that aren't Marvel.
Them guys have been active for a long time.
What was his name in Mission Impossible? Hunt.
Got 45 seconds.
Hunt.
45 seconds to get
Will Smith?
1, 2, 3,
No,
4,
you got
5.
nothing.
What are you saying that for?
1 life left.
You know, he slaps people. We don't earn money now.
Yeah, it's true.
Any more from the Avengers?
Man or woman?
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
I said
one
that
more
already.
from the
Robert
Avengers.
Downey Jr.
My man, not Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
What? Virgin Radio?
You said Robert Downey Jr. already.
He's doing well, isn't he?
Shall I give you the rest?
What's his name? Wrexham.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
He's not, no. So that's your 3 lives.
What about
Hugh Jackman.
The last
I've got
3
what?
Go on.
Oh, no, I thought Bentley.
Sorry. No,
Oh
not Hugh
my
Jackman.
goodness, number 8 on the list is a joke.
Number 8 is Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel?
The Fast and the Furious stuff. Number 5 is Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I'll get that.
And number 4 is Zoe Saldana, both from the
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
But Chris Pratt's incredible. And he's
Cheers, good to be back.
How's the new studio working out for you?
Studio.
Thanks for hold on, you haven't got an outro. You're gonna have to make it up.
No, buy a bit of time.
Buy a bit of time.
Just give me 30 seconds.
Okay, so that's the end of today's show. I've really enjoyed it. Thanks so much for listening. Would you believe it? Me and Darren Bent will be back at the same time tomorrow, or Wednesday, as some people refer to it, from 4 till 7. Another 3-hour show starting at 1600. If you've got one of them newfangled 24-hour clock. Have you done it yet?
No.
Anyway, that's all from me, Andy Goldstein. Thanks for listening. Be safe, everyone. Be safe. But I'll leave you with Darren Bent, who'll have the last words, as always.
Keep listening. Keep laughing.